Good morning, everybody. It's your boy Boogotti NYC. Okay, somebody turned on slow mode. I guess we going slow motion this morning. Slow motion, baby. Slow motion, baby. Slow motion, baby. Slow motion, baby. I guess Liberty turned on that slow motion for you. How everybody doing this morning? Okay, is everybody here? I don't see anything moving. I guess I got to move over here in order to see something going on real quick. Okay, yeah, I see you came in over there. All right, we got that monitor up. How we doing back there? Today, you guys, I'm just going to start it off right immediately with a prayer. I'm going to ask the Lord to give me some help right now. I'm going to pray that what I'm thinking I'm dealing with is not a situation that's going to get hard. This is just something for us before the show even starts. Please, Lord, step in, help out with the monkey wrenches. Amen. How everybody doing this morning? How's everybody doing this morning? Please let me know how my audio is sounding, please. Thank you so much. I'd appreciate it. Let me know how my audio is sounding. Where's Batty at right now? Boy's pretty nervous right now. I can't even play with you guys. Okay, how's everybody doing? Just please do your boy a favor. Let him know how his audio sounds. Now do me one favor. Tell me if it's too loud. Oh, hey. Is that too loud? Oh my God. Thank you guys so much. I don't know what happened for some reason. Yeah, it's loud. Okay, that's cool. So we good right here? At this one right here? Louder than normal. Yeah, it sounds a little louder than normal. I have no idea what's going on with the audio. Yeah, something's going on with it. I'm going to listen to gloves right now because I don't know the rest of you. I have to listen to my gloves right now and make sure because, yeah. I got this Discord shit is whack. Woo! Okay. Thank you so much because we might have to get some new mics today. Like literally today. This is crazy, man. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just going to fight through it and keep on moving forward and do the best that I can do. Yeah, so, and I'm talking regular right now. I don't know the mic is right here. Like, it's crazy. I tried to turn it down. I don't know what's going on, y'all. So I'm going to just do my best right now because if I take it off, I know what you guys are going to do. Y'all going to dip out and y'all going to leave and y'all going to be mad because we got bad audio. So this is the best that I could do right now. So you know what I got to do? We got to put these prayers in the air right now. We're going to just say, Lord, let's try our best to have the best show that we can have right now. We're going to be thankful for each other, thankful for everything that we got going on and all of our friendship here. I want to thank Jordan for coming right off the muscle and giving us $100 super chat. I really appreciate it. Shutting it down right out the gate. And yeah, I cut these mics on this morning and something was just like, I don't know why it just got so damn loud. I have no idea. I turned it off, came back in it. Turned it off, came back. Tried my best. You guys try to turn your audio down the best that you can do so that we can do this because I know I start getting loud and I start making noise. So yes, let's get these prayers up. We're going to pray for love, life, happiness, friendship. We're going to pray for understanding because I'm going to need you guys understanding today. We're going to pray for a miracle. We're going to pray for the best show that we can possibly do today. Because like I said, if I take these mics off, it's going to sound really bad. People not even going to want to stay for that. So we have no choice. Let me find a way to fix it. I did what I could do, and we're going to just keep on moving forward. Pray for everybody here. For Jordan Dowdy, Teddy Marcel, Terry Cohn. Want to pray for Miss Swanza. Luigi. Want to pray for Jordan. I see Terry in the building. Liberty and Justice. Mark Dorfman. We got VG in here also. Danielle. Also Miss Swanza. I see Jordan in here early. That's right, you guys. We're going to pray for everybody here. Love, happiness, calmness, and for me to do the best show that I can do. Amen. That's right, you guys. That's the best that we can ask for. I may have to take this one off of the speaker over here as well, because normally I leave one on the speaker so that you guys can hear the audio coming off of that. If that's too loud, I'm gonna let you guys are gonna have to let me know what's going on. Yeah, let's see what we can do. I don't know what the hell. I go out and back in. I have audio now. Liberty, good morning. Not a religious person, but like your energy. Okay, let's get into the show. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. Said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Whoa. And we wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. And sometimes things like this happen. But you know what? Sometimes I need... Keep going. Okay. Don't play. Let's go. Y'all ready? Open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. I'm lucky I picked this song. We gotta open up those, oh, oh. I guess you wonder where I've been. Yeah, y'all. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Sing along. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go. I guess you wonder where I've been. If you know it, I searched to find a love within. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. What I'm gonna say, I'm gonna start like this. My friends wonder what went wrong with me. 'Cause I'm in a daze of your love, you see. Trying my best, y'all. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. Da 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 da. Let's go, y'all. I'm gonna try my best to try not to turn up so much, but y'all know how I do. Pump that beat. It's Friday the 3rd, y'all. That's right, y'all. 2026. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. We be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. That's right. What you won't do? That's my joint. Do for love. You've tried everything. That's my joint right there, you guys. How y'all doing right now? It's your boy Boogotti NYC, and like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, even with bad audio again, I appreciate you. We're going to try our best to get through this and do what we got to do, because you know what? I got trending topics, current events, and much, much more to get to you guys. Yes, I got it, and we're ready, locked and loaded. We got updated stories, updated information. It's probably going to get a bit loud in here, so I'm going to turn right back to the screen. You guys let me know. We'll get rid of that mic, throw it back in the case, and we'll just work off of this one, and that should be enough. We're going to try to solve problems as we go. Sometimes you have to do that. And you know what that actually does? That shows and proves how good you are in the field when shit gets real. It's your boy Boogotti NYC. So glad that you guys can come here. And if y'all ready, I'm ready to do it. I got fire on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. I'm going to ask you guys to do me a favor, stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from, because we got trending topics, current events, a bunch of news to get out this morning. I love to do news from where you guys are from as well. So I'm going to ask you, when you chime in, let me know where you're chiming in from. Let me know what time it is, and let me know what region, state, city, or country, because guess what? We actually love to go looking. And when you give us those tips, we actually have a chance to go look in those areas, because sometimes we forget. Can't remember the whole world. Even though they said I had the whole world in my head when I was little, it's not actually true. It's your boy Boogotti NYC, and like I said, now y'all know what's next. Nigeria, I seen you. There you go. I tried to get some stuff from out there. I love that. Hannibal, New York. Let's go, Sweden. Let's get into these titles. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Okay, what we got right here? We got Trump. Did Trump put his finger back on the button? That's the question, because if you guys didn't know, there's something that happened yesterday that was pretty crazy, pretty radical. He said, okay, now we're going to really do what we got to do. And boom, boom, boom. Another situation happened where it got pretty crazy. Let's keep on moving forward. What else do we have here? We've got Sarah Ferguson has been officially stripped of her freedom of York from Epstein ties. She was given her freedom of York, doing whatever she wanted. Basically ran the town like it was hers, just because of her Epstein ties. They've actually took that back. That's right, we're going to need to take that back from you, because we can't have anyone representing us with ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Totally understandable. We got it here. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because last but not least, before we check this audio and see what we're about to get into, we got the results from studies have come back on cooking with tin foil. That's it right there. We're not even going to play around with it. Health and wellness section today. That's what we're talking about. How many people here use tin foil? How many people used it before? How many people know what it is? That's right. I'm talking about Reynolds wrap, any sort of aluminum foil. We've got the results and they're in. Want to know what you guys have to say about it? Didn't even know that the aluminum foil can replace the other metals in your body. That's not a good thing. Let's keep on moving forward. Last but not least, let's see where we're going with this loud ass audio. Let's go, y'all. Let's do what we got to do. Let's face the facts and see what we got to deal with. Like I said, if it's too loud, I'll remove that mic up there. Yeah. Using that tin foil is no good. We getting into that today. I even put it on the title. That's what we're going to start doing today. Putting it right on the titles. This way you guys know what's coming down the line. Let's get into it, you guys. We got a lot to go. Let me know what's going on. Let me know if you guys can hear this. And we got a breaking story right now. I'm not even playing with, and I apologize for being slow on it. We have a 7-month-old who is no longer with us due to stupidity and Gills Nang violence in Brooklyn. Another reason why I stay my behind out of Brooklyn. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
Tonight with the shooting death of that 7-month-old baby girl in Brooklyn. Neighbors out in the streets tonight searching for the gang member wanted in her death.
With why they're not afraid to do this, here's Eyewitness News reporter Safan Kim.
Love yourself. Stop the violence. Love yourself. Stop the violence.
Outside her family's home at the Bushwick houses, a plea for peace.
Love yourself. Stop the violence.
And across the street at the bodega, where 7-month-old Carrie Patterson Moore took her last breath, promises to avenge her death. Residents in East Williamsburg clutching images tonight of the suspect cops are hunting.
I'm prepared to die myself. I prepare my own self for people like this one. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to a child, you gotta snitch. But if you don't snitch or run out, you don't have no soul.
They're talking about the man seen here driving this moped. It crashed 2 blocks away from where the man in the rear, 21-year-old Amari Green, allegedly opened fire into a crowd of people yesterday. Both men were thrown from the moped. Green was taken into custody at the hospital and charged with murder and 2 counts of attempted murder.
When I went to the hospital, I saw right down there. I had to see her. That was really heartbreaking.
Kiori's grandparents say she was in a double stroller sitting next to her 2-year-old brother. They say he was grazed in the back by the same bullet.
He's asking me, saying, sister, sleep, sister, sleep.
Investigators now believe that bullet was meant for her father, who was with his family at the time.
We know that he is a gang associate out of the Marcy houses, and at this point right now, there is a gang in the Bushwick houses called MOE.
So that's basically telling you there's no respect for women and children when it comes down to those pieces of crap, pieces of straight trash.
And we're looking to see the possible connection between a beef between the Marcy houses, Bushwick houses, meaning the gang MOE.
We have also identified the driver of the scooter, but I will not be releasing his name at this time.
As for Green, the alleged triggerman, he is undergoing surgery today for a broken leg that he sustained in that crash. His arraignment is pending. He has no prior arrest. He was being investigated, though, as part of a robbery pattern. In East Williamsburg, Stefan Kim, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
I'm sorry. We're gonna have to go right back to this because I want to do it with her there, y'all. We're gonna do this from now on. We're gonna do this from now on. This is how we doing this from now on. Try not to keep get the audio loud. That's right. We're gonna pray for the beautiful soul of this beautiful angel right here that was lost in this nonsense that was going on out there. Her mother was pushing her in a stroller, double stroller. She heard the pow pow and ran into the grocery store. She thought that she was okay. Once she got inside of the grocery store, she realized that the little girl had gotten hit. They immediately called the ambulance and took her to the hospital where they pronounced her no longer alive. The brother got grazed in the back by the same ullet. The person that did it got away and ran away. I want to be able to report last night on internet, on social media. I cannot confirm it, but this person was arrested in the projects. There's all sorts of video and different people that are showing images, and the person looks exactly like the person that's in this video that was apprehended. So we're praying right now that this person was apprehended. The video and the information hasn't even come out, but it's on the internet. I actually saw it. Just can't find it right now, but it's there. I want to pray for the family. I want to pray for this little child. It's not even the summer yet, you guys. Sad part about it is I know about these boroughs and I know these places, and I know it's only going to get worse, especially since we don't have the police to cover. But I do want to pray for the security and the family. I want to pray for strength, and I want to pray for recovery from the other child who's been hurt in this tragedy, and so they can try to get their lives back together best as possible. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. It's a sad situation right there. A lot going on with me with this, trying to make sure that this audio don't go too loud. Because I tell you the truth, I really want to break into a sort of a yelling and screaming bit that I normally do, because I just can't believe something like this could happen. Thank you so much for the super chat. And again, earlier, Jordan, I appreciate you too, brother. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's keep on going. Whoa, man.
He's undergoing surgery today for a broken leg that he sustained in.
I will not be releasing his
So the one that got hurt, he's undergoing surgery for his broken leg.
name at this time.
As for Green, the alleged triggerman, he is undergoing surgery today for a broken leg that he sustained in that crash. His arraignment is pending. He has no prior arrest. He was being investigated, though, as part of a robbery pattern. In East Williamsburg, Stefan Kim, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
It's always the ones that's already doing negative things in the neighborhood, already hurting people, robbing and stuff like that. And look, affected someone else's life. I didn't even get to turn 1 year old yet. She didn't even get to turn 1 year. Sad situation. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over here to getting some political news now. But I had to break that first while everybody was here. Whew, sad situation. 7 months old. Not even a 1 year old. 7 months. 7 months, y'all. Trump claims that the U.S. will withdraw from the Iran WAR in 3 weeks during the national address. I really don't believe this, you guys. I don't, because there's too much going on back and forth.
I'm National Correspondent Kayla Gaskins in Washington. President Trump addressed the nation from the White House Wednesday evening, saying the war with Iran could wrap up in a matter of weeks.
They've done all of it. Their Navy is gone. Their Air Force is gone. Their missiles are just about used up.
The White House says its objectives in Iran have been clear: to destroy Iran's ballistic missile program and its production capabilities, to dismantle its naval forces, to cut off support for terror proxies like Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis, and to ensure Iran never obtains a nuclear weapon.
Tonight, I'm pleased to say that these core strategic objectives are nearing completion.
This clarity comes after a week of mixed messages from the White House on whether military action would escalate or scale back, as thousands of U.S. troops are still headed to the Middle East to bolster the American presence in the region.
We are going to finish the job, and we're going to finish it very fast. We're getting very close.
President Trump has said Iran and the U.S. are in talks, and Iran is asking for a deal to end the fighting.
If there is no deal, we are going to hit each and every one of their electric generating plants very hard and probably simultaneously. We have not hit their oil, even though that's the easiest target of all.
Iran's foreign ministry said Wednesday any claims of them requesting a ceasefire are false and baseless. And regarding the Strait of Hormuz, the Iranians said this strait will not be opened to enemies of this nation through the ridiculous spectacle by the President of the United States.
So yeah, back and forth and back, same thing going on. Not only that, but also here we go again. Let's keep it going, because now we got violent responses to his address. Not only are they speaking about it, but they're basically showing that it's not over. Just got to just show you guys what's going on both sides of the coin. Let's get it. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. Hope everybody's enjoying the show so far. Told you we got a lot of breaking news and trending topics. That's what we do here. Let's get it. Let's go.
Iran fired missiles toward Israel and Gulf states after President Trump's address last night. CBS News senior foreign correspondent Holly Williams is in Tel Aviv with much more about Tehran's response.
Iran has issued what seems to be a direct response to President Trump's address to the nation last night, and it is typically fiery. A spokesman for Iran's military command said in a statement addressing the US and Israel this morning, quote, "This war will continue until you experience humiliation, permanent regret, and inevitable surrender." Now, that's obviously in contrast to the time frame that President Trump suggested last night, saying the war could continue for another 2 or 3 weeks. Needless to say, the two sides often give starkly different narratives in this conflict. As you know, Trump has repeatedly claimed that Iran's leaders are eager to do a deal to end the war, while Iran has denied that it is negotiating at all. That Iranian spokesman also claimed that the US and Israel have not destroyed Iran's missile production centers, long-range attack drones, and advanced air defense systems, asserting that they are in locations that the US and Israel cannot reach. Now, it's obviously impossible for us to confirm the exact damage done to Iran's military, but it is clear that the US and Israel have been dominant in this conflict and have set Iran back militarily.
All right, y'all, that's enough with that. Well, I want you guys to see this right here, because now you see where it's not really concerned in those areas because of the fact that it's like out in the field. You don't see that many people. But when it's in the urban areas, that's the stuff that they're not showing. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen, because this just happened. So basically, this is Iran's biggest bridge. It collapses after the U.S. strikes it. They were building this bridge. It's supposed to be the longest bridge that they were making in Iran right now. It was under construction to be finalized. U.S. and Iran attacked this entire bridge, breaking it down and shutting it off. The B1 bridge was still under construction. Nobody reported these numbers. I had to go to a couple of different platforms to find out the true numbers. These are the true numbers right here. We got at least 8 people that are wounded. 8 people that lost their lives and 95 people that were wounded out of this. They just talk about the attacks. We over here try to trace the people so that we really know what's going on as far as the damage to the population and the people. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Now you could hear it, and they're saying that people are ducking for cover while this is actually going on. crazy, you guys. So yeah, we got tit for tat, and now it's getting it's serious now, because now, of course, urban populations, human beings are being affected. Similar to this human being right here that's being affected by the situation as well, because now we got an kidnapping that just happened. Wait a minute, what we got? Yeah, we got an kidnapping that just basically happened with this journalist. Her name, what's her name? Let me see, what's this lady's name? I'm sorry about that. What's her name? Gotta make sure we get her name. I think it's Shelly Kittleson. Yeah, Shelly Kittleson in Iraq. The search is continuing for her. She's a journalist. She was just trying to cross the road at the corner. Some guys jumped out in the car, put her in the car. It's not over, you guys. I'm just trying to let you know the minor details that nobody is really talking about. So I try to surf around and go to everywhere and find out what's happening. Because they may be saying one thing, but there's other stuff going on.
This morning, President Trump says the war with Iran will end soon. But for now, the fighting continues to spread across the region. These images from southern Beirut, where Israel says it is targeting Iran-backed Hezbollah. In Iran, the U.S. has hit more than 11,000 targets, according to the military, which posted this video overnight, saying it shows precision strikes. Yesterday, President Trump describing the war as nearly over.
I think within maybe 2 weeks, maybe a couple of days longer, to do the job, but we want to knock out every single thing in.
His Secretary of State saying later the end is in sight.
We can see the finish line. It's not today, it's not tomorrow, but it is coming.
But U.S. troops continue to head to the region, including another ship.
What do y'all think? Do y'all think it's over? No, we done played enough. You know what we're going to do right now? I just want to ask you guys the question. If you guys think that this thing is going to come to an end soon, like they're saying, all we got to do is a simple thumbs up. I'll also read whatever you want to put next to it. Just go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys are thinking. If you do not agree with what's going on with the fact that they're saying it's going to be over soon, all you got to do is give me a thumbs down. And again, I will read whatever you put there. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I'd like to know. Really, I really will. Now, nowhere near over. Great Black says no. It'll never be finished. Biblical. Okay, what else we got here? Okay, what else we got? Far from over says ghetto. What else we got over here? We got liberty and justice. What you saying, Graph? What are you talking about? It's just now starting. This is just the beginning. Yes, sir, I think she likes me. Okay, cool. Move Mike down your tie. Too much money. Come on in. Welcome. We're cooked, chat. Good idea for that. Thank you. I like that idea. Move that mic down my tie. Good one. See, I take advice. I think it's going to get more intense. We have to get them out of here. Trump is doing his coke. Woo! Let's keep on going. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Thanks for the tip, too.
The George H.W. Bush aircraft carrier setting out yesterday. And the Defense Department still leaving open the possibility of ground troops.
Our adversary right now thinks there are 15 different ways we could come at them with boots on the ground. And guess what? There are.
As the bombs keep falling on both sides, an Iranian English teacher sending this audio message about the bombardment inside Iran to NBC News.
I don't know how to put it in words. Absolutely insane. Very loud, very mind-boggling.
Iran retaliating around the region, including a rocket attack this morning at the airport in Kuwait, and a strike against an oil facility in Iraq.
All right, y'all. Let's get back onto our land. Let's get back onto our side of the country, and let's go. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up, because you know what happened yesterday, guys. We got a special report. First, we had who else? Who went first? Who went first? Wasn't it Christy Nome? She went first. And as of yesterday, that's right, you guys, say goodbye to Pam Bondi. How do I say goodbye to what we had? Yes, that's right, you guys. Pam Bondi has been fired. Special report. We got Trump. Special report that says attorney Pam Bondi, due to too much going on with the Epstein files, as well as mishandled files and much, much more. Also, I think some mishandled files that were sent over to the Democrats too. They didn't really like that. So yeah, Pam Bondi, it's so hard to say goodbye to my G. See you guys later. Let's go. She got somebody stepping in to take her place, and none other than who? Somebody that you probably don't want to take her place.
An NBC News special report. Here's Smelly Jackson.
Good day. We are coming on the air with breaking news. President Trump has apparently fired his Attorney General, Pam Bondi, according to a senior administration official and a source familiar with the matter. This comes after NBC News learned that the president has grown frustrated with his Attorney General in recent days, according to multiple sources. I want to get right to our team covering all of it. Our Chief Justice and National Affairs correspondent Kelly O'Donnell is joining us. We've also got our White House correspondent Monica Alba as well. Kelly, let me start with you. This is not altogether surprising, considering the reporting from NBC that the president was frustrated with Bondi's performance leading the Department of Justice.
And we've often seen the president let some of his intentions, feelings, concerns bubble out publicly as one measure of how he makes these decisions. For Pam Bondi, this is a blow because she has been a very loyal sort of friend and ally of the president for a long time, going back to Florida, assisting in the first Trump term. And this, in many ways, comes down to a representation of the frustration that President Trump has, that his vision for how he could exact retribution against political rivals and those who had, in his perception, done him wrong at some past point, to be brought to justice. That has not happened, even though this Department of Justice under Pam Bondi has attempted to do so in a number of areas, where we've seen the failed attempts to prosecute James Comey or Letitia James. Then there's the broader issue of the Epstein files. There was a moment where Pam Bondi, who in the journey of her time as Attorney General has been both loyal but has also committed some self-inflicted errors. All
right, y'all, talking about she about to start telling it. What y'all said? Pam Bondi needs to wipe the poop off her nose on her way out. Ooh, Patel next in line. Is everything okay? She's going to start telling on everything. Ooh, Pam Bondi has poop on her nose. Are we serious, y'all? Let's go. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. I really would appreciate you guys, because we really need to get those likes up today. I need your love and support. This is what we do every single day. Trending topics, current events, much, much more. Trust me, we nowhere near the middle of this video, this load that we got. We got to get into it. Let's keep on going.
Talked about having the so-called Epstein list on her desk, and that never materialized. She had led people to believe there would be more coming on Epstein, and then initially last summer, the Department of Justice said the files would be closed, there was no action to be taken, and that triggered a groundswell that was a broader political coalition than you might expect.
Okay, you guys, we're going to do it one more time while I get to this next video. I'd like to know how many people agree with the president on firing Pam Bondi. I'll also read what you got to say about it. Like if you say something like this, yes, because she said that the files were going to be available, or no, because blah, blah, I don't know. But I want to know what you guys think about the firing of Pam Bondi. Do you think that you're in agreement with the president? That'll be a thumbs up. If you do not agree, you wanted her to stick around longer, thought she was possibly doing a fantastic job, put that thumbs down and let me know what you think so I can read that. Let's go. I'm not sure what role Patel played, but it's coming to an end. You'll be fired. You're fired. Good morning, everyone. She's garbage. Somebody said garbage. I know that from back in the day. But bad move. Thumbs up. I got a lot of thumbs up for false promises, but not files. Thumbs up. She is scapegoat doing as she was told. Ooh, that was my next question. I'm going there since you said it. Totally agree. I don't totally agree with firing her. She inherited problems. Heat is coming next. Now he's in trouble. Thumbs up. Okay, you guys. Okay. Thumbs up, thumbs up. He know that she was going to be impeached. Okay, we want the truth. Scapegoat for real. Somebody's going there. Okay, that's the next question. I'm going to say that one as I get ready. Okay, how many people think that she's a scapegoat for the Epstein files? If you think that Pam Bondi is a scapegoat for the Epstein files, I'd like a thumbs up. If you think that she's not a scapegoat for the Epstein files, I want a thumbs down. Next video, let's get it going. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. I really would appreciate it. We can use all the help that we can today. We might have a microphone. We got to go buy another one today. Let's keep on going, you guys. What we got over here, some admissions from one of your favorite people. We're going to listen to Ilhan Omar right now, because this is something that you don't get a lot of. And I'm talking about when you get something like this, you save it as gold, because you don't get a lot of people to admit things, especially on television. on audio as well as on video. You don't get a party, and you guys cannot get angry with me at this, because she's admitting it and representation for her party. She's admitting to be the reason why there's a government shutdown right now. You don't believe me? I'm going to let you see one of your favorite people that you always fight for, Ilhan Omar. She's going to admit it right here. Let's go, you guys. Double tap that screen and get those likes up.
By the way, Democrat Congresswoman Ilhan Omar admitted her party is responsible for the DHS shutdown. Listen to this.
As many of you know, Democrats said we are not going to pass the appropriations bill for the Department of Homeland Security unless they agreed to 10 reforms, simple things like unmasking ICE agents when they were patrolling our communities.
Florida gubernatorial candidate Byron Donalds joins us this morning. All right, Congressman, you heard it right there, but the question is, what do voters think? Do they blame Republicans more than Democrats?
No, they blame Democrats because Democrats have been playing games with TSA and national security over the last 2 months, and it's all cynical political BS simply because the Democrats still cannot take the fact that they lost the 2024 presidential election. They do not want secure borders. They do not want interior enforcement of immigration, and the Democrats do not want to deport criminal illegal aliens. They want to protect them. The American people have never supported this type of position. That's why Donald Trump won the midterms. So whatever deal Mike Johnson and John Thune think they have, that's not with my vote. I'm not agreeing to that deal because we have a responsibility to fund all of ICE's operations and all of Customs and Border Patrol's operations. And let's be very clear, if you're not funding that, then you're not taking the security of the nation seriously. We already know that Democrats do not care about the security of this nation.
Next one for you, Governor Ron DeSantis in Florida signing the state.
He do look mad serious, right? Byron look mad serious over there. He's just like this. First of all, I'm not signing with that. I've never agreed with anything of that nature. Let me just tell you, that's how he's talking. Like Angels was like, he's serious, ain't he?
State's version of the Save America Act. That's the voter ID bill. That's the voter ID. Next one for you, Governor Ron DeSantis in Florida signing the state's version of the Save America Act. That's the voter ID bill. Almost immediately, a coalition of voting and civil rights organizations sued. Why is voter ID so controversial? I don't get it.
It's controversial to Democrats because this is the only way they have a chance to win elections if you don't have strict controls on elections. And what you have to do in elections, which what we do in Florida, and we thank Governor DeSantis for signing this piece of legislation, it's only going to make things even more secure in our state, is that we treat our elections incredibly seriously. We make sure that ballots are carefully handled as like evidence in a criminal trial or a civil trial, because you want to make sure that you're protecting the ballot and the franchise of the American people. So the Democrats, they sue, and quite frankly, they sue all the time on all kind of ridiculous reasons, but they sue because they want weakness in the controls of our elections, so it helps them find votes to win elections. That's why they sue.
He do not play. He needs to be on the bottom line. He's straight up and down bottom line. Your boy do not play. You got to let him know, look, I'm about to tell you a joke. This is the type of person right there, you have to tell him you're about to tell him a joke. You got to keep on moving forward, you guys, over to Trump as he actually jokes about JD Vance's weight. He's looking around for him like, I didn't see, where's JD at? Can't even find him because I guess JD's been in there pumping that weight for his next position as the head of the fraud department. Let's go.
Vice President JD Vance. I think JD is JD here. Where is JD? JD. He's lost weight. He got a little thinner, and I'm looking for a heavy set gentleman, and now I find a perfect looking specimen. He's doing a great job, and he's working on the deal, right? How's that moving? Is it okay? The big deal? You see it happening? So if it doesn't happen, I'm blaming JD Vance. If it does happen, I'm taking full credit.
No, I think it'll be, I think it has to happen. I think they're desperate. Attorney General Pam, my friend Pam Bondi. Hi, Pam.
That was before she got fired. Let's keep on moving forward, Judge. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. We got to get into some more news. Let's get up out the politics already, but just a little bit before we show some respect to someone who lost their lives in Miami, Coral Springs. And they finally got the person. Well, they always had him. This is the husband of the Coral Springs vice mayor. He's being held without bail in a connection to her, loss of life. Can't say the words. I'm going to let them go ahead and say it, you guys. Let's go.
To tragedy in Coral Springs, the husband of the city's vice mayor is facing a murder charge, accused of killing his wife. We brought you this story as breaking news last night at 5. The city now mourning the death of Nancy Mateer Bowen. CBS News Miami's Steve Majiri is your reporter outside of the jail in Fort Lauderdale, and that's where the late vice mayor's husband will remain for now.
There was a quick hearing in court today. Stephen Bowen was denied bond after being accused of killing his wife. And today, her family is remembering her as an advocate and a leader. Mr. Bowen, good morning, sir. Stephen Bowen was the first person on the docket in bond court. Bowen is charged with premeditated murder and tampering with fabricated evidence after police found his wife, the vice mayor of Coral Springs, dead inside her home. It happened during a welfare check on Wednesday. Bowen has been appointed a public defender. Mateer Bowen's sister posted this statement about the vice mayor on Instagram. Throughout her years in public office, she led with integrity, compassion, and an unwavering sense of purpose. She believed in bringing people together, listening to those she served, and working tirelessly to create positive change in her community. To us, she was a source of strength, wisdom, and love. Someone who always put others before herself. Bowen was booked into the main Broward jail in Fort Lauderdale yesterday. Chopper 4 was above as police worked out of a command center on the vice mayor's street. The chief of police did not describe the vice mayor's injuries, but said there are no other suspects at this time. Employees at City Hall leaned on each other, stunned by this turn of events.
So my heart is extremely heavy. My soul is heavy. My heart is broken. And we know that time is going to move and time is going to do its thing. But for us that are in this city, in the city hall, that have been touched or impacted by Vice Mayor Nancy Mateer Bowen, that is something, that is a loss that is going to take a lot of time to deal with.
Nancy Mateer Bowen was the first Black and Haitian American woman elected to the City Commission. She was an environmental scientist by trade and was known for her environmental justice efforts. Her colleagues are still processing this loss.
There are no words that can truly capture the depth of this loss or the pain this organization and community are now dealing with.
The City of Coral Springs has created a web page where it will update the public on this case. Police have not provided a motive yet as to why they believe Bowen killed his wife. Democratic Congressman Jared Moskowitz says that Mateer Bowen was just about to announce a run for Congress. In Fort Lauderdale, Steve Majiri, CBS News, Miami.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. Why? Why? You know we got to pray for the family. We want to pray for her. We want to pray for all of the people in the mayor's office, because you can even see that the mayor himself, the people that were there, everybody in the presence was distraught. You could see everybody looked like they had already been crying. And it's a very emotional situation right there, you guys. I just want to pray for everyone who may be a victim of domestic violence, any woman who ever dealt with it before in their lives and nobody ever was there to believe you. I'd like to say that we do, no matter what you ever go through. Please tell somebody or try to get through this, because a lot of times we say, oh, we can get over it, and it's just one thing, one incident. I just don't think there should ever be even one incident, not even half of incident. At this point, you guys, we have to be very careful of the people that we're meeting and introducing into our lives. Never know who we're meeting. So all I want to do is pray for the family, as well as the children that they may have, as well as all of the family and the siblings, to try to get through this terrible tragedy right now as best as they can. We ask this today, Father. Amen. It's terrible right there, you guys. That's crazy. Let's get on over to Bridgeport. We got what we got now? Yeah, we got to go. We're going to go through a couple of these right now. We have to. I'm sorry. We just got to do it. We got to go over to Bridgeport now. We got in Connecticut. We got colleagues and more. They're mourning a firefighter now that lost his life on duty. Pow, pow. While he was on duty, a firefighter. See, let me make sure that this is correct right here. I'm just tired of reporting this stuff. Sometimes I go check the date. I got to check the date, hoping it was like, even though it happened maybe a year ago, maybe two. Nope. This was yesterday. This was recent. This was, matter of fact, 2 days ago. And I missed it, couldn't put it out there, but out of respect for the family and out of respect for his position, just wanted to make sure that we put this out there, these colleagues of a Bridgeport firefighter who lost his life.
As you can see behind me, several members of the Bridgeport Fire Department gathered here at Bridgeport Superior Court in support of Terrence Kramer, their fellow firefighter who was shot and killed in Stratford over the weekend. Now his suspected killer, Jabari Bush, faced a judge on several charges, including home invasion and murder. Bridgeport firefighters lined the street in front of Bridgeport Superior Court. Many of them say they still can't believe their fellow firefighter and friend Terrence Kramer is gone.
Love triangles are crazy, y'all.
Claude Rasuk has only been with the department for a year and a half, but he saw Kramer like family.
Always greeted me with a smile and a hug. Always asked me how my kids were, how my son was. He was a mentor to me, both on the job and off the job, so we're very sad.
On Saturday, police say Kramer was shot and killed in Stratford during a home invasion. Police say the man who shot him was 41-year-old Jabari Bush from Derby.
He is a homeowner, has owned a home since 2014. In West Haven, has about $330,000 in equity. Prior to that, he had lived with his mother in New Haven for 6 years. And before that, he lived in a family home since he was a child. The reason we're bringing that up is he has strong ties to the community. He has strong financial ties to the community.
Police say Kramer was at the home of Bush's ex-girlfriend when Bush broke into the home and shouted, "You're here with another man." Police say he then punched his ex-girlfriend in the face and shot Kramer after. Kramer was pronounced dead by first responders shortly after they arrived. Rasuk was working overtime when he heard the news.
We got called down in the kitchen that morning, and we were told the news. He was always joking with me. Every morning I would come in, he'd say, "Hey man, let's have a good, nice day. Make sure the city stays safe." And I say, "Yeah, it's always safe when we're here."
Kramer was a father of 3, and Assistant Fire Chief Armando Cora says the department will make sure his children are taken care of.
We had a meeting at roll call this morning about coordinating efforts to continue to mentor those boys and make sure that they're going to grow up as good young men, and just make sure that, we help raise them as well. They're extension of our family.
He was a fireman, a great father, and a great friend. So we wanted to show that support for Kramer to make sure that everybody knows what type of person he was.
Now, despite his attorney's best efforts to lower his bond, the judge raised Bush's bond to $3 million. His next court date is April 14th. In Bridgeport, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.
Yeah, good. Should have raised it up to $5 million. Talking about he's a citizen and he got equity in his house up to $300,000. Nobody care about none of that. Just going to pray for this firefighter and guys, y'all be careful. I'll tell you like this: be careful about these women going over to their house, hanging out, and it don't just happen in the projects. Happens all around, especially when men are still in love and they don't want to let go. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is let go, and some people can't do it, and some people can. So we want to pray for the family as well as everyone who's feeling sad in this situation, because there's a lot of friends and firefighters there that are feeling the remorse from this. As you can see, he was a mentor as well to many people. So yes, when you lose people like that, you don't only lose one person, you lose part of a community, part of a source of refuge, sort of a part of a person that was teaching people how to be better. I want to pray for his family as well. Amen. Hopefully that's it right there. I had enough. Let's get on over to Arkansas. I don't know what this Dr. Brian Hyatt was thinking about, but him and 7 other people are facing federal kidnapping charges and other charges from what? They was derugging patients so that they wouldn't leave the facility. So this guy has a facility, but he was trying to keep them under sedation because he make more money by keeping them there and diagnosing them with all the other bad things. Luckily, somebody found out about this, and pretty crazy. This here, I'm talking about real low when it comes down to trying to do some medical fraud to try to keep people in your place. They got charged with kidnapping on this one. Come on over to Arkansas, see what these people got caught with. And luckily somebody told on them, because Lord knows how long it's been going on.
We start this evening with that breaking news. Dr. Brian Hyatt and 7 other former employees at the Northwest Arkansas Medical Center in Springdale now facing federal charges accused of kidnapping and other crimes. Darren is here now with new details from the indictment and what we're learning tonight. Darren.
Yeah, Morgan, thanks. The new federal indictment alleges Brian Hyatt and several staff members conspired for years to unlawfully hold patients inside the behavioral health unit at Northwest Medical Center in Springdale. Prosecutors say patients were kept against their will using threats, intimidation, denial of phone access, and powerful medications used as chemical restraints, even when not medically necessary. The indictment claims the goal was financial, keeping patients longer to bill Medicare, Medicaid, and private insurance for services. Separately, Hyatt is also facing a state criminal fraud case, in addition to more than 200 civil lawsuits tied to similar allegations. Aaron Cash, an attorney representing several alleged victims in those civil cases, is urging anyone impacted come forward and seek help.
Just to know that there are people who are willing to help, attorneys, law enforcement, someone that you trust, that could point you in the right direction.
We have reached out to Northwest Health about the new charges and have not heard back just yet. Federal prosecutors declined an interview. Closer look at the indictment and reaction from alleged victims tonight at 5 and 6. Derek.
You know I'm going to follow up on that to get you guys whatever information that we can get out of that one. Somebody said that's deep penalty stuff. Are you serious? You can go to deep penalty for that? Thank you so much, Jordan Dowdy. He said his donating fingers itching. Yeah, we might need some new mics, bro. So I ain't even going to lie. We might need some new mics. Never change, bro. No, I like to find information like this. I love to bring you guys information like this so that we know what the hell is going on. Ain't no way we're going to just be regular looking at no regular crap. Now let's get on over to London and see what's going on with former Prince Andrew. He's been issued a warning over his behavior towards the staff. He's not changed a bit since he's been demonetized. Yeah, you guys. So he's going over to the other lodge like, I don't like these curtains. Can we bring the curtains from the Royal Lodge over here and have them altered? King Charles is like, you lucky I'm letting you stay here. Let's see what's going on with Prince Andrew. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor at this point of the game. That's why he over there holding his head, y'all.
Warning that has reportedly been delivered behind closed doors to Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, and it is not subtle. According to sources close to the situation, he has been told that if he keeps pushing demands about his new home and how things should be done, he could end up, quite literally, sleeping in a staff caravan on the Sandringham estate. And the reason it has escalated to that point comes down to his behaviour, both now and over many years, particularly towards staff. So let's start with where things stand right now. Andrew is no longer at Wood Farm. He has now moved into Marsh Farm, a smaller property on the Sandringham estate that was prepared for him after he left Royal Lodge.
Thank you, Terry.
The move itself was not simple. Marsh Farm required significant work before it was considered ready. Reports mentioned rewiring, plastering, and even concerns about asbestos at one stage. It was not a quick refresh. It was a fairly involved process just to bring the house up to a livable standard. But even after that, there were additional requests. According to the Mail on Sunday, Andrew still pushed for upgrades that went beyond basic renovations. One example that drew attention was his insistence on bringing over curtains from Royal Lodge and having them altered to fit the new property. That alone reportedly came at a considerable cost. There were also artworks moved over, some of which are said to be too large for the space at Marsh Farm. A specialist firm, Gander & White, handled the relocation, with reports suggesting costs in the range of £15,000 for a team. And all of this has reportedly irritated King Charles III. A source claimed that the king does not want to continue paying for what is seen as excessive or unnecessary demands, especially given that he had already agreed to make private financial provision for Andrew after he stepped back from royal duties. So the tension is already there. But what has really brought things back into focus is the issue of how Andrew behaves with staff. Because while the home situation is ongoing, there is a much longer track record that keeps resurfacing.
He does not know how to deal with staff. He's very disrespectful. All right, we got to keep on moving forward. Just wanted to let you guys know how he's getting down in his new digs when it comes down to Andrew. Lisa, Lynn, Jordan, appreciate you guys so much for contributing to the possible new mic fund. Thank you so much. Yes, you guys, and for always showing respect. I love you. I love you so much. Also, you guys, do your boy a favor. Could you hit that like button? You don't always got a tip. I know you guys are, it's kind of hard out here for it. And the first just passed, so I get it. I know the money's tight, but you know what's free? Hitting that like button is free. Subscribing to the channel is free. I think even hyping the video is free. Show some support over here if you appreciate the content that we show you every single day, because we are family. That's right, y'all. Miss Swanza, thank you so much. I felt out, but my donating finger started itching also. But most importantly, I want to tell you to know how much y'all mean to me. I want to let you guys know, Miss Swans, I appreciate you too. And I want to thank you guys as well, because y'all about to make me emotional. I ain't not even about the tips. For the fact that I thought to myself, if we make this chat the way that it is, we could really have a real group of people over here that really can like do some stuff together. And I'm really starting to believe it now. I really see that you guys have an ecosystem here where even the trolls can't even hang out too long, because we just weed them out and get them out of here with the family members that we got doing that. You guys got so much things going on. I love it. I'm so happy to be a part of it, and I'm proud of myself. This is the only thing, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I'm really proud of myself for actually creating this show so that we could have people like you guys. Thank you so much, Faye. I appreciate you too for the $10 super chat. But even without the super chats, I appreciate you guys. I really do. I really do. Y'all hold me down. If it wasn't for y'all, I don't know what I'd be doing. And I'm sorry about the mic thing today, but I'm gonna get on it as soon as I get up off of here, because I'm such a perfectionist. You know we don't play that. Let's keep on moving forward though, you guys, because we got to go on to King Charles now, who's invited to address the U.S. Congress during his state visit. He's coming to the United States of America, and he's also been asked by Congress to speak to some of Jeffrey Epstein's victims. Won't that be crazy? What if he go back and really kick him out the house now? Thank you so much, Brian Falcone, because you know why? Because the $2 is the same way the $10 and the $20 hit. Real appreciate you. Good Friday and love y'all. $2 hit just like the 20s and the 40s and the 100s, because you guys ain't had to give me jack. I appreciate y'all. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward.
The White House next month. But with a war in Iran raging and Trump's frustration with the UK growing, this state visit is already causing massive controversy. Here's everything you need to know. When is the state visit happening? Buckingham Palace has confirmed the King and Queen will visit the US from the 27th to the 30th of April. It's a historic moment, the first state visit by a British monarch since 2007, featuring a White House banquet and a speech to Congress to mark the 250th anniversary of American independence. So why is the timing so controversial? The visit comes right in the middle of the USA's war on Iran. While US officials advised against postponing it, many in the UK, including senior MPs, think the king should stay home given the global instability and the risk of being used as a political prop. But why is Donald Trump frustrated with the UK and Keir Starmer? Trump recently launched an extraordinary rant against Prime Minister Keir Starmer, accusing the Labour government of lacking courage for refusing to join the decapitation of Iran. He's told the UK to get your own oil after the conflict closed the Strait of Hormuz, a major oil passage, and warned NATO allies America won't be there to help anymore. So what has Trump said about the King's visit? He's thrilled. Trump took to social media to call the visit momentous and terrific, stating he has great respect for the King. Critics, however, like veteran broadcaster David Dimbleby, have branded the trip an acute embarrassment, calling Trump a bully who has repeatedly insulted British troops and NATO. So why is there such a strong public backlash? Over 140,000 people have signed a petition to cancel the trip. Many feel the King shouldn't be seen validating a president who has launched verbal attacks against the UK and belated the sacrifice of our armed forces. What has Virginia Giuffre's family asked for? Virginia Giuffre, who died by suicide in 2025,
allegedly.
Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, the King's brother, of sexual abuse, an allegation he vehemently denies. Her family has strongly urged the King to meet them during his visit. They want him to hear from the survivors of convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein to ensure the British government takes action against any remaining co-conspirators. Though with Trump also featuring prominently in recently released Epstein files, it's an uncomfortable situation for both the King and the President, who continue to face intense public scrutiny over the documents. With the King's first US state visit now less than a month away, this trip is quickly becoming the most significant and most difficult diplomatic challenge of his reign so far.
I think he's coming, and he's just gonna pick and choose where he's gonna go and what he's gonna deal with. But I don't think that he's gonna not do this trip. I think King Charles is gonna wind up coming. You guys remember when he was Prince Charles with Diana? Do your boy a favor, let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, because we got to get those numbers up. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? We're trying to get up to 80,000 subscribers, and we're right there, you guys. Why? Because no matter what, even with the audio acting up, we're still the #1 show on YouTube every day. Let's get to work, you guys. I still got more. Epstein victims file a lawsuit against who? None other than Lex Wexner. That's right, you guys. They charge him with acts of gender-motivated violence, also saying that he provided a location as well as monetary for Jeffrey Epstein to do his hideous crimes. You guys know that location I'm talking about, the one that he sold Jeffrey Epstein for $1. That whole mansion over there on 71st Street. Yeah, that's what they're claiming. And guess what? They want some dough. They're suing. I want to know what you guys have to say about this in the comments. I really want to know. Do you do call-ins? We're going to start doing that. I don't see why not. We had the split screen one day, but nobody popped in. I did it by mistake. Just double tap that screen to get those likes and likes up. I really would appreciate it. Now, let's get on over to these Epstein victims as they file a lawsuit against Wexner.
Suit filed against Les Wexner based on his connection with Jeffrey Epstein. The lawsuit was filed in New York by attorneys representing 11 women who allege Wexner enabled Jeffrey Epstein to build an international sex trafficking ring. 10 TV reporter Kevin Landers live in studio with that reaction from Wexner's.
Do you think they're reaching? Do you think they're being greedy by suing Lex Wexner? Do you think that that it's validated? I want to read comments. I want to know what you guys have to say about this. I'm ready. Let me know what you guys think about this.
Attorney.
Well, this 37-page lawsuit was filed on March 6th.
The plaintiffs say Jeffrey Epstein sexually abused them, and they are suing Leslie Wexner, the 9 East 71st Street Corporation, and the Wexner Foundation for allegedly enabling the abuse. The complaint states for 2 decades, between 1987 and 2007, Wexner gave Epstein $200 million or more that Epstein used to commit acts of gender-motivated violence against hundreds of women and minor girls, including the plaintiffs in New York City. The lawsuit alleges Wexner was not a passive donor, but an active enabler who knew or should have known Epstein was abusing women and girls, and it seeks damages for the injuries the plaintiffs say they suffered. It alleges Wexner's New York home at 9 East 71st Street was allegedly one of the key places Epstein used to commit abuse, and that Wexner owned the mansion and provided it to Epstein between 1998 and 2011. Wexner's attorney, Thomas Davies, responded that Wexners have tremendous sympathy for the victims of Jeffrey Epstein's horrendous crimes. The complaint, however, fails to state any actual basis for asserting a claim against Mr. Wexner. The allegation that he gave Epstein approximately $200 million over the course of 20 years is untrue. Mr. Wexner paid Epstein for wealth management services.
There you go. I like this comment right here. It's one of my favorites right now. Romans 3:10. I like what Romans 3:10 is saying right now. He knew exactly. Yeah, he knew. I'm not. Nobody stupid. So how you gonna sell on that big old? Can you sell me that for $1? I would. You know what I would do with that? $1 for a mansion? Come on. What would you do to only sell that for $1?
And had no knowledge of Epstein's wrongdoing. It is well documented that Mr. Wexner sold the New York townhouse to Epstein for $20 million in 1998. The lawsuit...
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. $20 million, but it's worth $200 million. My bad. $20 million, right? Okay. Okay. Because somewhere down the line, I did hear about the dollar, but I stand corrected. Okay. and I have no problem standing
It
corrected.
says Epstein used Wexner's private plane, described as a Boeing 727, nicknamed the Lolita Express, to transport and sexually abuse women and minor girls.
So basically, all of his old stuff, he just transferred over to him to let him use for stuff. Okay, I stand corrected. So now I know what's going on here. Okay.
727, nicknamed the Lolita Express, to transport and sexually abuse women and minor girls. Wexner's attorney said Epstein bought the plane from L Brands. The lawsuit doesn't seek a specific dollar amount in damages, but under the Gendered Motivation Violence Act, they can request compensatory damages and punitive damages. Back to you.
Oh, so what he's doing right now is trying to shift the blame to other parts and other entities. I get it right now. So, all right, I got it. Okay, stand corrected. Thank you so much, Brian Falcone. That's right. You guys double tap that screen. Say thank you to Brian. We appreciate you. I got so much more to get into. Where we going right now? Do we have to get on over to this London situation right here? Yeah, we already did that one already. So now we got to get right back across pond real quick, because Sarah Ferguson has been stripped of her freedom of York. That's one of our headers up here. Let's go ahead and get into that right now. That's the last part of this that I wanted to see what's going on with this Jeffrey Epstein situation right here, where she's been stripped.
Good evening and welcome to this extraordinary council meeting to consider a motion to withdraw the honorary freedom of the city status from Sarah Ferguson. Please be seated.
Next apology, the council chamber.
So I have to say, this is something that the City Council has looked into over the years, and it's a matter for the government and also for the palace to make sure that there's mechanisms to totally revoke those titles. So as you say, it's something that in theory it's just no longer used, but still exists to this day. I think I speak for most, if not all, councillors as a city that we really want an end to the connection with Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and Sarah Ferguson, and basically anybody who was friends and acquaintances with a convicted paedophile. I think when you state it in those clear terms, it's pretty clear that as a City Council what we did tonight was the only measure we should take.
Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate that, Darryl.
That's a wrap for her. There go your whatever you want to call it, Fergie. You out of there. You can't get no more royal treatment over here. It's out of there. We don't want any affiliation with Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, because he has affiliation with Windsor. Look at that. Good morning, you guys. Colessive, hey girl. Jane, nothing is working. What else? Oh, because who her friends were. Coco Wheats, good morning, my friend. YouTube Boo, Jay Cricket, good morning. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That's it. That's all for that. But we got to get on over to Jupiter Beach. That's what it's all, Jupiter, where we finally got that footage. And you know how we do it. We try to go a little further over here. You know how sometimes we go a little too far. And we got that footage of Tiger Woods when he got locked up and they let him out. They took a while to let him out though. But yeah, we got the footage where he was kind of failing the, not failing, but not kind of. He failed the field sobriety test. And he was like, for some reason, he had like some twitches going on. He was looking like Smokey when he was in that chicken house. And his mother had to come get him. You know what I'm saying? He was looking like Smokey a little bit when his mother had to come get him. Y'all do me a favor and double tap that screen and get those likes up, because I don't know if you went anywhere else and actually saw the footage of Tiger Woods when he got arrested and he was doing all that twitching like Smokey. My mama had to come get me food. I don't know what the hell they gave me. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen. It's Friday, y'all. Come on now, let me see a smile for nothing. Can somebody laugh? How about that? Just because you woke up this morning, got yourself a gun, and always tell you to be the chosen one. Come on now, that's what I'm talking about. Just breaking a song for absolutely no reason. Just because we made it another day. Let's go, y'all. I want y'all to see this. I'm not laughing at Tiger, but Tiger, you need to get your shit together for real, bro. Come on now, let's go.
All the way. Perfect. And how much have you had to drink today? None. Do you take any medication?
How much did you have to drink today? And do you take any medication?
I took a few.
He gonna start spilling. He take a few.
What's it you?
Yeah, they're covering the names.
Okay. Did you take all of them today? Yes. Yeah. At what time? In the morning, night?
You want the milligrams for each?
No, on ibuprofen 8 and
I'll tell you one thing. I used to be a marketing director for clothing companies. This ain't good promo right here for Tiger Woods clothing, I'm telling you. Even though he's wearing it. I don't know a lot of people that want that shirt. Let's keep on going.
the 8. But listen. That one, that's right.
You're all done? Stand up for me.
All right, I'm going to need you to stand up. Come on with us.
Go ahead and place your hands behind your back. Place them behind your back. There you go. So at this time, I do believe your normal faculties are impaired, okay? And you're under that unknown substance, okay? So at this...
She said, I do believe that you need to come with us, turn around, and it seems like you're under some sort of a substance. We don't know what it is, but you're going to have to come with us.
Time you're at the rest for the UI. Yes, sir. Okay, do you have anything on you that's going to poke circle cuff?
And yes, at that time, they did find some prescription pills in his pocket.
Nothing I need to know about guns, knife, bomb, drugs, anything that broke, stick, or stab me? Nope. Can you spread your legs for me?
He should be so tired of this. What the hell was that? What you moving around with tartar sauce in your pocket for, Tiger? Damn, Tiger.
Put your other pot in here so that we're lost.
I want to see if they pull out them pills. Because they did claim that he had medication on him.
Get a bag. Yeah, that needs to be.
Uh-oh. They need a bag.
That's a narco.
It said that's the narcol.
Narco? Yep. Okay. It says it's narco. 10-325.
So yeah, he had two little pills nils on him right there, you guys. Y'all see it, and he claimed he basically said what it was too. And normally, you know what the lawyer tells you, right? Don't say nothing. Do not speak. You don't have to say nothing when you're under arrest like that, unless you know that everything that you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. But of course, we do know that this is a situation with Tiger. No one knows if it could be some addiction that had to do with the prolonged situation that he had going on with his leg. A lot of people do understand that when they prescribe you for pain medication, it can become addictive, and it's really hard to get off of them once you're on them. So yes, we want to pray for Tiger. We want to pray for hopefully that he can soon get over these demons that he has on him right now. And we want to pray for good health for him as well as his family. We want to pray and thank God that no one got hurt in this last incident as well. And of course that he didn't get hurt. Hopefully he can get over these situations and get back to life. Don't even worry about the sports. Just taking care of yourself and being a good human being, because guys don't realize, but a lot of these people out here, just because they have a lot of money and they have a lot of fame, does not make them happy and whole. A lot of people that don't have the monetary and have community, family and things like that, animals and different things, believe it or not, they have more happiness with life than people that have all of the riches in the world. Sometimes your riches may be the thing that holds you back. I want to pray for Tiger as well as many people that are like this, that feel this way. Amen. It's not the only one, I'm sure. Keep on moving forward, you guys. I don't want to just beat them up and make fun about the situation because it's not funny. Many people have dependencies, and it's either drugs and sometimes it's alcohol and other things as well. With all of these powerful things that they have out here, they're so addictive. It's really hard to let it go. So you guys, do your boy a favor. Let's double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up for Friday. I really would appreciate it. We got to get on over to Portsmouth. We got a man who's been charged after a woman falls over the balcony, and he tried to say, we were arguing earlier, but you know, I don't know how she fell off the balcony. But they found out that he blocked the door for her not to be able to get out, and a couple of other things that were pretty shifty. So now he has been arrested. We're going to see how this case goes. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, and double tap that screen to get those likes up. Like I said, it's Friday. Let's act like it. Come on.
Woman who fell to her death. Police arrested Leonard Gorham, Sr., a Portsmouth woman who fell to her death. Police arrested Leonard Gorham, Sr., and charged him with abduction, among other felonies, in connection to the death investigation we told you about last week. Emily Harrison has more from newly filed court documents, including the role of an off-duty officer played.
The off-duty Portsmouth police officer says in court documents that he woke up to the sound of a woman screaming, saying, quote, "Help me, somebody help me." That officer walked outside and later found a woman unresponsive on the ground beneath a fourth-floor balcony. Court documents name the victim as Camille Small, and police say they later found the suspect, Leonard Gorham, at the scene with blood on his hands. Gorham allegedly told police the victim, quote, jumped from the balcony following a violent domestic dispute. But documents also say Gorham admitted to beating her moments before her death, blocking the door to keep her from leaving, and firing a gun into another nearby family unit. Upon further investigation, Portsmouth police say they found the victim's security equipment destroyed. Court documents say Gorham later allegedly confessed to destroying the cameras and taking cocaine with the victim. Detectives then arrested Gorham, who now faces 3 felonies, including abduction and 2 gun charges. Portsmouth police say Gorham made several remorseful statements while in custody and repeated, quote, "I should have left unprompted," numerous times. Emily Harrison, 13 News Now.
And Gorham is due back in court on May 15th. He has an extensive criminal history, including breaking and entering, among other felony charges.
Women out there, I know a lot of women don't, and they probably think of it as not a big deal, but you probably need to start looking into guys' criminal past as well when you reach out to them, when you start dating them. See what they've been arrested for in the past, because I'm sure probably if you find out a lot of the things that they've been arrested for, you might not want to affiliate yourself with people like this, and it might be a pre-warning of what they could possibly do to you, especially if they've been doing it for a long time. I want to pray for the woman that was a victim in this tragedy. I want to find out what's happening with it. We're going to follow up with this story. And we want to pray that the family members and anybody affected are going to be able to get through this with much love and help as possible. Give them strength, Lord, in this tragic time that they're dealing with. I'd like to ask that today in Jesus' name, in the Lord's name, God's name. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got a mother. Now what we got? That's it, right? This is the last one I'm doing. I'm not doing no more after this. But this one has to be put out there because this one I look at as road rage. And we got to stop road rage as best as possible. If you know somebody that got a case of road rage and you know that they get a little over the top, let's try to do it for 2 reasons. This is why I calm down myself. I look at myself as like having a motor in my heart, right? Your motor can't run on high forever. Common sense. You can't run on high forever. You can't fight every battle. You can't win every fight. You're going to get whomped at some point. So you know what? We need to start understanding that. And you know what? Road rage, you know what? Go ahead and get by. Do what you got to do. There's been many times where I even had a bike accident. I got to deal with an accident case coming up on the 22nd that I'm going to win. But you see how I'm going into it? Just like this, with my proof, my receipts, and I'm going to win. I'm not going to get into any road rage sort of situations. And I tell you guys the same thing. Try your best. All that honking of the horn, cursing out the window, only hurting yourself. Look at it that way. They win when you yell and you go crazy. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen. You never win. You wind up doing something stupid, trying to chase somebody or whatever. Like, I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing that. And we make the worst decisions when we're angry. Let's keep on moving over to Houston. We got this mother that was lost her life in front of her daughter and her son after an argument with another driver. This is probably could have been avoided if the road rage hadn't played a major point in this. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I'm telling you like this, start looking at things like, you know, I got to protect my own motor, and then laugh it off and you got that, whatever, you got that. Because what you going to do, win an argument maybe? Still ain't really getting nothing out of it. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys.
That's how the Sheriff's County Sheriff's Office is describing a situation that ended with a mother being shot and killed in front of her 2 young children. We know what happened this afternoon on Rusty Ridge Lane near North Friar Road in the Katy area. That's where ABC 13's Liliana Pearson has been all day.
In front of her children.
She's live with a breakdown of the investigation, Liliana.
Eric, the Harris County Sheriff is describing what these 2 children witnessed as tragic. We're told that the mother became aggressive with another driver before both of them pulled out guns.
Witnesses and law enforcement describing the conclusion of the violent altercation as tragic.
Her kids were screaming, "Mommy's dead, mommy's dead, mommy's dead."
Only dead, and the man who shot her is staying on scene to cooperate with the investigation, according to law enforcement.
A very bizarre and tragic situation that unfolded this afternoon.
Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez says around 1 Wednesday afternoon, a woman called law enforcement reporting she found a bullet left on her car and requested someone come to her home so she could file a report. According to investigators, a deputy was pulling into the Highland Creek Ranch neighborhood when someone else called 911 to report a shooting.
Thinking in my head, like, how can I save her, but I can't.
The sheriff says the same woman who made that initial call to law enforcement was driving her 8-year-old daughter and 4-year-old son and a dog when an oncoming white van pulled over to let her pass. Instead of passing, law enforcement says the woman got out of her car and began arguing with the man before the situation escalated.
At some point, she retrieves a pistol, is what we're told, and then he retrieves the pistol as well, and obviously he fires shots at her, or fires a shot. We don't know the amount.
Witnesses report hearing 4 gunshots. The man who shot her called 911 and stayed on scene, investigators say, and as of now, it appears the 2 did not know each other. Law enforcement says the children and dog are expected to be reunited with family after this tragic afternoon.
It's traumatizing, obviously, for them. I mean, you could only imagine what they saw and their immediate reaction.
It's unclear at this time if the van driver will face any charges in the shooting. I'm Liliana Pearson, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
And you guys notice he stayed on the scene. I mean, it's like, you got to look at it like kind of like self-defense. Think about it. If somebody's blocking you, you want to get out. He was about to let her out, but she goes in her car to pull something out. You don't know what she's going to do while she's getting angry. He said he don't even know her. Now, let's say it was the baby father or something like that. That's an argument that means you know where it can go or what's going on with it. But for a fresh argument out there out of nowhere, for somebody to go retrieve a pistol and you got yours, what are you going to do? Sad. Yeah, look at that. No, she brought her GU1 out first. Exactly. Her children should have not been the main. Her children should have been the main priority, not escalating something stupid. She had to mag the work baby daddy. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, she was angry about the baby daddy situation. Do me a favor, you guys. Can we get those numbers up on those likes? We really need to get more people over here to see what's going on with these stories. I know we have a little audio issue, but we still got the best stories and we still got the best hosts and co-hosts in YouTube history. So you guys do me a favor. I know there's enough people here. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. Also, do me a favor. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that notification bell down there if you appreciate it. I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning to pull this information for you. Then at 3, I'm skimming to make sure that we up to date. Then at 4, I'm skimming to make sure that we're up to date. Why you think I don't play around with this? That's all, and all I'm asking you to do is this. And y'all can't double, man, listen. See why we get angry around here? See why Liberty be getting y'all out of here? That's why. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. I really would appreciate it. This is going to be another one that you guys are going to be angry about. Let me clear my throat. because I'm very serious about anytime you do something to old people, especially elderly people who own homes and they have respect for the community and they've been around for a long time. I'm not happy about this, what happened in Florida. We got an entire community that's outraged over this video of a 79-year-old man. I'm not even going to do this gesture with him because he shouldn't have got arrested. 79-year-old man who's been arrested in Florida. They definitely could have treated him much better. Let's go ahead and double tap that screen and get those likes up. I'd appreciate it. Let's go on over to Florida, where you guys never fail with the content.
In a West 2 News exclusive, the family of a 79-year-old Orange City man arrested last September once the officers who handcuffed him fired.
They allege the officers used excessive force, injuring him in the process, and now city leaders are looking into this matter. West 2's Patrick Perez is live outside of Orange City Hall tonight. And Patrick, you spoke with that man's stepdaughter. What did she tell you?
Well, Senator, she was also arrested during the same incident. Her charges were later dropped, and tonight she says her stepdaughter is also innocent.
Keep persisting and you're going to get hurt. You understand me?
This encounter with Orange City police officers last September is getting a lot of attention online and now a response from city leaders.
It was just very unprofessional, and they don't deserve to be police officers.
This body camera video shared by the family of 79-year-old Edward Bowman starts off with officers arriving to this property on Silverstone Drive on September 5th.
Do you see a warrant or anything in his hand? I just see somebody opening up somebody's gate and walking in their house, right? Okay, just want to put that on blast.
The call was in regards to Bowman's stepdaughter, Tammy Goodman, supposedly trespassing. She shares the property with her ex-husband.
He owns the house.
I own the house.
He's staying here.
He doesn't own this house. He owns part of the property back.
No, he owns the whole property.
Officers tried to arrest Goodman as she had been asked to leave by someone the day before. But as you can see in this video, Bowman remained in their way.
You got one chance to get out of our way. Spoke to the outside. He knows I'm here. You're under arrest too. You're under arrest too. This is my property. Let's go.
This is my property.
You're going to jail too.
This is my property.
I don't care.
You better care. This is my property.
Let's go.
Moments later, officers go in for the arrest.
They basically just grabbed him and threw him to the ground, scraped his knees all up, broke four of his ribs.
Later on in the video, you can hear Bowman telling officers he's hurt.
You're hurting my... How's me?
Threw him to the ground, broke four of his ribs, put cuffs on him, and they like not paying no attention to this man when he's saying that you hurt me. Like, where's the humanity? What's going on with these fools? You guys, what's going on? You see this? Do you see this? I'll be listening, but I'm going to step out to the chat. They treating old people like this, rag dolls. Tanya, good morning. Somebody's title. Look at Angel's face. Poor guy. Some cops could be real. Yes, piece of crap cops, allegedly. 79 on borrowed time. Nasty work. Never, ever, ever open your door and don't think about talking to them. They walked in the door, Jonathan. Excuse me. They walked in his door. They walked in. They have no warrant. That's a zesty donut from his own home, American freedom at its best. He's too old to enjoy all of the money he's about to get. Piff, LOL, they need to be locked up. You don't have to open the door to the police. You don't. Look, they opened his door. Let's keep on going, you guys. Yeah.
Well, now you're hurt. Move it. I can't move.
Bowman, whose family says has Parkinson's.
Oh, now you're hurt? Move it. And he's got Parkinson's disease.
Moments later, officers go in for the arrest.
They basically just grabbed him and threw him to the ground, scraped his knees all up, broke four of his ribs.
Later on in the video, you can hear Bowman telling officers he's hurt.
You're hurting my... How's me? Well, now you're hurt. Move it. Let's go. I can't move.
Bowman, whose family says has Parkinson's disease, was taken to jail and ultimately charged with resisting an officer with and without violence. According to Bowman's arrest report, officers claim he ultimately proceeded to actively resist officers, coupled with physically kicking and punching officers on scene. Goodman denies that.
Since he was down on his knees, there was no way for him to be kicking and punching anybody.
They said that he was resisting arrest and kicking and punching them.
In a statement, the city spokesperson says, in part, The city of Orange City is aware of a video circulating online showing the arrest of a 79-year-old individual, which has understandably been found upsetting. City leadership acknowledges the public's concerns regarding the incident and the video. The city manager and chief of police are reviewing all available information and circumstances associated with the incident.
And Bowman's case remains active in the court system. His family is hoping to get those charges dropped as both City Hall and police continue to look into the case.
So what if he was yelling at them? That man is 79 years old. What sort of damage can he do to 2 police officers? Are y'all serious? What sort of damage? What can he do to 2 police officers? He's 79 years old. They broke 4 of that man's ribs. He's not out of the woods yet. Badly handled, bro. He's 80. Yes, notice they mentioned nothing about broken ribs. It only was that they should sue. Cops should know better. He should have complied. Okay. Resist and withhold. Okay, charges drop. He shouldn't be charged. They need to go to prison. Good morning. I want to pray for him right now because I know that old man is going to be going through it. From what I hear, the healing of the ribs is the hardest thing. They say that every single breath is a pain. Every time you breathe in and every time you breathe out. One of my best friends had to have work done on his ribs, and that's not a good thing. So I know people that say it's one of the worst things to deal with. And for him to be dealing with that at 80, that's a bad situation right there. Let's hope and pray that he makes it through this. I understand you guys may be on the fence about how you feel about the case, but he's an 80-year-old man, and we want to pray for him. God, please bless him and his family that's taking care of him. Also the doctors. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward to Indonesia. We got this wild moment where a northern Indonesian gets rocked by a 7.4 magnitude earthquake. This was crazy. They be having a lot of earthquakes over there. Let me open this screen up so y'all can see this thing here. This light pole starts looking like I'm talking about like one of those blow toys or something like that. It's going crazy. The whole road is going crazy. A 7.4 magnitude earthquake in Indonesia, rocking the whole place, and like people not realizing what's going on. They're gonna start seeing things in their house fall, and she's gonna start going like trying to catch it.
Yesus yang berkuasa. Oh Tuhan, oh Tuhan Yesus, oh Tuhan, oh Tuhan Yesus, oh Tuhan, oh Tuhan, oh Tuhan ya, oh Tuhan. Jadi si percaya.
Somewhere you don't want to be during an earthquake, not on no bridge.
Ada gempa mendesak pas lagi di bawah jembatan. Tuhan Yesus baik.
Different parts got different magnitudes, different damage in different areas. So if you're at the end of it, I guess they got less. The beginning of it may have gotten more at the center of it. So yeah, Indonesia, you guys. I told you we go everywhere in the world. We report every single thing that's going on, and that's how we get down. Now we got a situation where we got to come on back over to Southern California. See you when I get there. Got to get on over there, y'all. Not Southern California for Tony, but for Fleetwood Mac. Lindsey Buckham assaulted at Southern California by a woman. This is a pretty wild case right here, you guys. Anybody a Fleetwood Mac fan in here? Let's show some love and support, you guys.
Mac guitarist Lindsey Buckingham attacked in Santa Monica, and tonight police say they know who the suspect is and that she may have been in contact with Buckingham in the past.
That suspect spoke out to KTLA with her side of the story. KTLA's Sandra Mitchell live in Santa Monica with more on the investigation. Sandra.
Micah, it has now been 1 week since Lindsey Buckingham was ambushed here in Santa Monica. Now, investigators are telling us that they know who this suspect is. Still, they have not arrested her. But tonight, we were able to reach out, contact, and actually talk with the alleged attacker. On the streets of Santa Monica, another celebrity targeted by an attacker. 70
Somebody said an old girlfriend.
Buckingham last week had a scary encounter with a stalker. In 2024, an LA County judge ordered Michelle Dick to stay away from Buckingham. Tonight, Dick admitted to KTLA she did approach Buckingham last Wednesday and had
They be really thinking they know you. They be like, hey, so how are you doing? Oh yeah, you know I was over his house the other day, just like the Rihanna cuckoo the other day. You gotta be careful about these people, because they be acting like they know you.
Previously gone to his LA home.
One time, that was that last year, but I didn't know how to have a restraining order on me.
The LAPD confirms in the March 25th incident, the woman tossed an unknown substance at Buckingham. He was not injured. As of late tonight, Dick told us she was still living in her car and had not been arrested.
If this known stalker is the person that assaulted or allegedly assaulted Mr. Buckingham, she is looking at some serious time in the state prison.
Leave until we say when. Also today, singer Nicki Minaj's Hidden Hills mansion was targeted by a trespasser who was arrested. Many already concerned about celebrity security lapses after a Florida woman was arrested last month for firing an automatic rifle at singer Rihanna's Beverly Crest home while Rihanna and her family were inside. In that case, 35-year-old Ivana Ortiz is in custody, charged with attempted murder. And yes, the Lindsey Buckingham incident happened here in Santa Monica, but LAPD is the lead agency on this because they say the suspect was linked to other incidents in LA, and they do expect to make an arrest soon. We're live tonight in Santa Monica. I'm Sandra Mitchell, KTLA 5 News, Cher and Micah. Back to you.
Yeah, I used to like her too, Jay Cricket, but she never answered my DMs. Be like, you know I could treat you better than that. Cardi too, be all up in the DM. How many other people be DMing people thinking that they're going to get an answer back? Once that Instagram came out, boy, now that's the furthest that we might do. Might try to send a message and see if we get a response. You know what I'm saying? These other people, they make their whole situation. They got their whole scene set up. Yeah, well, I was talking to Nikki the other day. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go be down with blah, 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 blah. And the Barb's this and the Blase that. And be making up so much stuff that they are not even, ain't nowhere near meeting nobody. Ain't even been to a concert. Yeah. How many? Yeah. Look. How many of you guys? I see you. Y'all know y'all been in a couple of DMs with yourselves. Y'all see somebody looking good and be like, "Hey, how you doing? My name is such and such." I'm not the only one. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to Philadelphia. I'm trying to get the spirits up before we get into this next story about this Planet Fitness employee who got stills nabbed in Montgomery County in the gym by someone who was 86 and told that they can't come back to the gym. But you know how people are. They get mad when you kick them out, and you got to watch out for that. Just like the bouncer at the club. They be like, yo, you got to get out of here. Oh, I'm coming back. I'll be back. Then they go pop the trunk, and everybody else, there's no party no more because now you got this sore loser who got kicked out. Same situation at this Planet Fitness in Montgomery County, you guys. You got to start worrying about people's attitudes, the way that they're going to take things. You never know what someone is going to wind up doing. Let's get on over to Philadelphia. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up, because still we're the #1 show on YouTube. Friday. It's Friday, y'all. Come on. Let's go. Let's get on. Let's get into it. Let's go.
An employee at a Montgomery County Planet Fitness is badly injured after being stabbed by someone police say was banned from the gym. CBS Philadelphia's Carrie Corrado spoke to members who say they're shocked by the violence.
It's a big community. You see the same familiar faces all the time. They're just a little stunted.
Citizen app video showed police officers at Planet Fitness on Southeastern Road in the Wyncote section of Cheltenham Township. Investigators say an employee was stabbed during an altercation with a person who had previously been banned from the business.
I mean, that's shocking. Like I said, I've been coming here for 5 years now, and I've never felt unsafe, let alone thinking something like that would happen.
Police say the employee was stabbed multiple times and then transported to an area trauma center with life-threatening injuries. The stabbing happened around noon and the gym was closed for the remainder of the day. Many people showed up to work out and were shocked to learn what happened.
That's scary. That's really scary. I'm really shocked. I can't believe this. I feel like I'm in a dream right now. I'm not going to lie. I feel like this is not real.
I was just shocked, but, I lived in Philly for a couple of years, so, unfortunately, it's stuff like that happens.
Okay, Shaggy. Look, he just came out of the dream machine. What are you smiling for?
CBS News Philadelphia did reach out to Planet Fitness. They said in part, at Planet Fitness, the safety and well-being of our team members and members is our top priority. We are saddened by the incident that took place at our Cheltenham location. Our thoughts are with the team member as they recover. Many people say the employees are always welcoming and kind.
Honestly, I think everyone's really nice.
We're all just working out, trying to lose some weight, I've never had any, bad experience, and I'm at least 15 people when I come in here from the neighborhood. It's local folks.
While police say they did make one arrest, people we spoke with say they still can't believe this happened at their quiet gym.
I've never had any problems in here, so young female come at nighttime sometimes, never feel...
No problem, none at all. I've never seen a problem. There's no see laughter. You see a bunch of people. Everybody talks to everybody. It's nothing but motivation all around.
But don't stop that because of one bad apple. Don't stop being that way. How about that?
Kerry Corrado, CBS News.
Yeah, don't stop being like that because guess what? You know what's underlying all of that right there? They still want to be the people that they are. Don't let people change you. Just get the crazy ones the hell out of there. And I keep on telling you guys, don't let them crazy people come stay with you. Don't take that little problem about, I got locked up. I'm back home now. Let me see what you got locked up for. Oh no, get the hell up out of here. Yeah, but you my cousin. I know. I'm your cousin. Here, take this $50. There you go. Best that I can do for you. You ain't coming here staying with me or my family while I'm asleep, be doing crazy stuff. Sorry. No, thank you. Want to pray for the person that got stills nabbed? That's how we say it over here because we can't say that other word. Want to pray for that person and hopefully they get 100% recovery. I've been in that position myself. It's not really easy to get over, but guess what? You do. And then after you do that situation there, you wind up saying to yourself, let's not let people get too close to me when they're arguing or anything. Right. Be more diligent about things out here, vigilant as well, and make sure you guys are covering your backs. Amen. We got to get on over and keep on moving forward to a situation that we never normally cover. Even though we're in the rap game, hip hop game, and we do that a lot, and we deal with a lot of urban stuff, hip hop, drinks and everything. I try to stay away from doing hip hop news. Why? Because everybody else does it. I don't want to be doing the same thing everybody else is doing, but this story is very important because it doesn't just go into hip hop. It crosses the lines of hip hop, snitching, business, a lot of different topics. We never did this before, but we're going to go there. Let's get on over to Dallas. We got a federal criminal complaint that says Pooh Shiesty. Yes, he's got locked up for kidnapping none other than Gucci Man. I think I'm in love, love, love. I think I'm in love. That's right, you guys. Gucci Man. He's got a company called, what is that, 1017, something like that. Pooh Shiesty wasn't happy. And instead of them going over there doing an Ice Cube move or another one and dangling them over the edge, they decided to pull out big ones. And the father was there, everybody. So not only did Pooh Shiesty, another major artist, and his dad get arrested. They're all arrested right now with kidnapping charges. Let's get into it, you guys. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's go.
Some new developments tonight as federal investigators are still searching for a ninth suspect in a case involving Atlanta rapper Gucci Mane. Authorities say that he was kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint.
8 people are already under arrest across 3 cities, Memphis, Nashville, and Dallas, after what prosecutors call a coordinated armed takeover. 11 Line's Angelina Salcido is in Atlanta with more on
So let's go there. I'm glad somebody said it. Yes, it is true. This is the real news. I know you probably saw it on Facebook or Instagram, but this is true. Also, why did he snitch on them, SMH? Watch your head. Pooh Shiesty, that's really a name? Yes, it is. The audio's too strong? We know. Let me try to see if I can do this now. So that's what I'm going to do with this audio over here. So maybe this could help a little bit. We're going to put this one on chill. And we're going to see if we can just work off of this one. Just one mic. All I need is one mic, one mic. Let's see if that works.
What was supposed to be a business meeting.
It was never about music. Federal prosecutors say that this January meeting in Dallas, Texas was a setup from the very beginning. Prosecutors say that Atlanta rapper Gucci Mane was lured to this music studio by rapper Pooh Shiesty, and what was supposed to be a business meeting immediately turned into an ambush.
If you choose to do this,
so Pooh Shiesty set him up.
we will bring you swiftly to justice.
Lured in, then held at gunpoint.
Executed a coordinated armed takeover.
January 10th at a recording studio on Dallas Parkway. Radrick Davis, who's better known as Atlanta rapper Gucci Mane, agreed to meet rapper Pooh Shiesty. The Memphis rapper, legally known as Lontrell Williams Jr., was signed to Gucci's record label 1017.
Williams Jr. and 8 co-conspirators, several of whom traveled from Memphis, Tennessee.
So you want to ask me if this is serious? DAs and all these legal people do not get involved if it's not real.
Executed a coordinated armed takeover.
Prosecutors say Williams wanted to get out of his contract and brought a group with him to that meeting, including Memphis rapper Big 30, also identified as Rodney Wright Jr.
Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint.
Tried to pull an Eazy-E move, y'all. Y'all, boy, come on now. Do me a favor. I don't even know. I'm the one that's breaking and telling you guys that this is real right now. Y'all didn't even know that this was a real case. Somebody else in the comments said, Pooh Shiesty, that's somebody's name? Yes. And not only that, he's become famous and very rich off of the masks. They call it a shiesty because of him. Any consideration? See what he's doing in real life? Now you see what the mask represents? And then you guys want to look at me and say I'm crazy when I say that police officers should pull over every single person that walks in the street with a mask on. Oh, you think I'm wrong about that? Yeah, I think so. What are you still wearing a mask for right now? We should put out an ordinance right now. If you guys are caught wearing the mask, that's us going back to the 70s style in the early 80s where we think you're going to go rob a bank. That's right. We don't know what the H is going on right now. You got that mask on. Get against the wall. Let's see how many people stop wearing them stupid masks. Let's keep on moving forward.
The remaining conspirators displayed firearms and robbed the other victims of Rolex watches, jewelry, cash. One of the victims was actually choked by one of the defendants to the point of near unconsciousness.
Pictures tracked down by the DOJ show the suspects flexing stolen jewelry, Rolex watches, and cash on social media. 8 of the 9 suspects are now under arrest after surveillance video, cell phone data, and tracking devices helped identify them. In Memphis Wednesday, federal agents were seen at Pooh Shiesty's home. Those arrested with him include his own father, Lontrell Williams Sr., caught on surveillance video at the recording studio. They all face federal charges of kidnapping and conspiracy.
No matter who you are, we will fight every day alongside our partners to make our communities safer.
And tonight, the Department of Justice in Texas tells us that they're working with federal investigators here in Georgia to try and find this 9th suspect. We did reach out to federal officials here in Georgia. They said that they're declining to comment on this pending investigation. We're in Atlanta tonight. Angelina Salcido, 11 Alive News.
Okay, you guys. Yeah, guess what? One thing I thought about when I thought about this entire case, you know what I said to myself? I guarantee you they let him off the label now. I guarantee you they're going to set him free off that label now. Number one, Pooh Shiesty, you don't got to worry about being on 1017 no more. They don't want you. They're going to let you off. That's number one. Number two, now you're going to have to deal with all of the stuff that come along with it. Unless they just start being quiet and not wanting to tell because, you know, they rappers and they don't want to snitch. You know what I'm saying? And now, and you know what else going to happen? That's it. No other label. You'll never find, blum, 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 another label to get signed, blum, 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 because you screwed up your career like a fool. You'll never sign, blum, 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 blum. See what I'm saying, you guys? Sometimes you just gotta freestyle it and it comes to you, especially when you're working with the man upstairs as your co-host. Just double tap that screen and get those likes up. I really would appreciate it. He'll never find, he'll never sign another deal of another one. He can never get another one. All right, y'all. California, FBI is arresting 8 people for allegedly defrauding the Medicaid administration out of $50 million. This is a pro tip. If you're gonna have a hospice, it should be what a hospice is for. Sadly, hospices are mostly for people who are probably at the end of their road. When these people got investigated, they said 97% of the people that were at their hospice was moving on forward and they were living fine. So that's probably something that they're going to look into when you got a hospice and you're taking all of this money from the city. Red flag, let's go, you guys. Yep, $50 million. And that's just one hospice location that they found this at. Let's go.
The FBI arrested 8 people today for allegedly scheming to defraud Medicare out of more than $50 million. Among those facing federal charges is a married couple accused of fraudulently billing Medicare for more than $7 million while running a hospice in Southern California. CBS News has learned the survival rate at their hospice center is reported to be more than 97%. State auditors typically view this as a red flag because most people enter hospice in the final stages of a terminal illness. Earlier, federal officials said the government is, quote, laser focused on combating this kind of fraud.
Our goal is deterrence. Stop the lies, stop the dishonesty, stop the theft. If you don't, we will be coming. Because no one should be allowed to rip off the United States of America.
A CBS News investigation revealed more than 700 of the roughly 1,800 hospice facilities in Los Angeles County triggered multiple red flags for potential fraud based on state guidelines. Last month, the House Oversight Committee cited our findings when it announced an investigation into, quote, rampant hospice fraud in Southern California. CBS News correspondent Adam Yamaguchi has been following the story for several months and joins us now. So, Adam, you were there today during one of the FBI raids. Where was it and what did you see?
Crazy.
Yeah, good afternoon, Lindsay. So we were at the scene early this morning as federal agents executed an arrest warrant of a couple, Gladwin and Amy Lou Gill, who were accused of running a fraudulent hospice, doing business as 626, or rather as St. Francis Palliative Care. The DOJ accuses the husband and wife, a psychologist and a nurse, of taking kickbacks, paying kickbacks to recruiters who would go out. They'd find people willing to enroll in home health care in exchange for $300 a month. Now that nurse would then add notes to their patient records to make it appear that those patients required hospice, even though they were nowhere near the end of life. Now meanwhile, that hospice would bill Medicare for thousands each month for each patient, totaling over $7 million in 3 years. Now, this hospice is located in Glendale, California, which is among that heavily clustered concentration that we've been focused on in LA County. The arrests, however, were made at the couple's home 30 miles away in a large gated home in an affluent neighborhood in the hills. Now, the couple both have a criminal history for tax evasion, and they would not have been able to open a hospice, so they used their daughter's name instead to do so.
Wow. The red flag that tipped off investigators about this operation.
Yeah, what ultimately tipped off the feds was a former registered nurse who had been fired, according to the complaint, for refusing to follow MD orders when they refused to admit a patient that did not need or did not qualify for hospice care. And from that point, investigators spoke to many former employees, as well as 22 beneficiaries, all of whom claimed they weren't dying and they did not know that they signed up for this kind of care.
You got to be careful with elderly homes, old folks' homes. You got to be careful with with all of those centers that keep them there, because their main goal is to get in control of all of their funds. all of their monetary, like their social security. We have people here that already said it. They drained this one person's parents out of their monetary, and then once they passed, that was just it. They didn't care about them because that's the cycle. They already have it all set up for that. Many of these homes are like that. You might have an elderly person that you're taking care of or that you know. They may be given, let's say, 8 hours with the healthcare agent, right? They may get 8 hours. They may say, you get this person that comes see you from 9 in the morning to, let's say, 5 p.m. to make sure that you're okay during the daytime. And on nighttime, most of the time, you're on your own. And then the next day, they come again. But if you get admitted to the hospital, this is the trick that they do. I know it for a fact because they did it to my mom. They say, oh, now that you've been in the hospital, once you come out the hospital, they don't give you your aid for 8 hours anymore. They give you your aid for like 4 hours now because you've been in the hospital for a while. And if you wind up going into hospice care or you wind up going into an old folks or an elderly center, they run all of that. So now you don't get no care, just the maids, just the doctors and the nurses that are there. And they really, you can tell by looking at it and being a part of it, if you're a son or a grandson of someone, you know that because you've experienced it before. It's all about making money off of you. That's all it is. So Romans, you find that funny? Okay, I got something for you. What's going on? Why is that funny, Romans? Let me ask you, Romans, why is that funny right there while I'm talking about how they do people, how they treat them terrible? Let's see what Romans has just before, I just want to know what your reasoning is for saying LMAO at something like that happening. Let's keep on moving forward. Now we got to get into this situation over here. I want you guys to get the rest of this. Matter of fact, I think that's enough on that topic right there. But I do want to know, Romans, what do you mean by that? I really would appreciate what you're saying. Let's get on over to Massachusetts. We got a man who allegedly, yes, his own grandmother, the neighbor, says she was a sweetheart. This again is why I tell you guys, and I'm going to keep on being an advocate about this. I want to constantly be an advocate about this right here. Hey, what's up, Dot Focus? How you doing? Happy Friday. My advocacy is this. Because I keep on telling you guys, it does not matter if it's a family member and if they're going through some mental situations, don't let them drop them off at your house. Don't be the one to be the victim of this family member that you love so much, but you wanted to try to help them, especially if there's warning signs. I'm constantly here showing you guys the news almost every single week. There's almost 1 to 2 stories where they say this person just snapped. Then you got the person coming out with the hair looking crazy, and then they just say something stupid. I don't want people to be a victim of that. I want to get in front of these problems. Let them deal with what they got to deal with. If that means they got to be on the street, let it be. Because you loving them is not going to help. I'm telling you, it's not going to help once you're dealing with people like this. Because then after it happened, it's after the fact. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. And this was a beautiful grandmother here.
Appearance for the man accused of killing his own grandmother with a skateboard. Police say the suspect also attacked his father and his sister, who survived. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Lisa Hughes.
And I'm Courtney Cole. David is off tonight. The suspect has been ordered to undergo further mental health evaluation. WBC's Aaron Parsegian is live in Hudson tonight with more details. Aaron?
Courtney and Lisa, while Devin Dubey was facing charges in a nearby courthouse, police were still scouring this Hudson neighborhood, looking for that skateboard, in this case, the alleged murder weapon.
Striking the caller and the grandmother with a skateboard.
So they're saying, this is the 911 call where he just said he's striking the mother and the caller and the victim with the skateboard as they speak right now.
Still has the weapon. There's multiple injuries.
Forensic 911 calls ringing out from this Hudson neighborhood.
Still has the weapon. There's multiple injuries.
Tuesday, after police say 29-year-old Devin Dubey began beating his 90-year-old grandmother Elaine in this home with a skateboard.
Following the what would be a fatal attack, the defendant also got into an altercation with his sister and his father, similarly striking them with the skateboard.
District Attorney Marion Ryan says Dubey left the scene before police arrived, officers eventually finding him hiding in a van nearby. His father and sister were hospitalized with injuries, his grandmother later dying at the hospital.
This is a senseless tragedy, and our thoughts are with everyone impacted during this incredibly difficult time.
In the neighborhood Wednesday, detectives searched for that skateboard while Doobie in cuffs was arraigned on a murder and several assault charges at Marlboro District Court.
Commonwealth is requesting that the defendant be held without bail.
Officials say Doobie has a reported history of schizophrenia.
Always after the fact. It's always them standing there with the cuffs on, with the crazy hair, and people like, oh yeah, but now people have lost their lives. So me, I'm so used to that. Nope. Call me what you want. You can't stay here. We ain't got nowhere for you.
And adherence to treatment.
He has a history of mental health issues, so it's going to be to an mental evaluation.
Meantime, neighbors still horrified over the killing of who they say was just a sweet old woman.
Mrs. Doobie was a sweetheart. The fact that she went out the way she did is absolutely terrible and disgusting.
Doobie is being held without bail pending a 20-day stay at Bridgewater State Hospital, where he'll also undergo psychiatric evaluations. Live in Hudson tonight, Aaron Parsegian, WBZ News.
Keep them people away from your family. I can't say it but so much, you guys. I mean, I gotta live by what I say, and I do it that way myself. My nephew was like that. I'm just gonna tell you straight up and down. He wanted to go stay with my moms. I told him straight up and down. After you do whatever, I will get locked up to come get you. I will get committed to come and get you from wherever you at. And I swear on everything. Then after one incident, he had to go. Banging on the door and doing something a little crazy while oh no, you gotta go. You don't play with my mom like that, not my queen. No, you don't do that, and sorry, not playing that game around here. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. We're gonna stay in Massachusetts. I want you to see this right here. Are we staying in Massachusetts? I got to get into this other breaking story that wants to come out right now. Because we got this former Lubbock youth pastor who's been sentenced to 40 years for child number 6 assault. We have to put this out there. And we need many people to know about this fool right here because he was a teacher. He's got 40 years. Lord knows what else he did. Let's keep on moving forward. He's a youth pastor. Check this out.
The most manipulative and horrific spiritual abuse that I have ever seen. This case has the most manipulative and horrific spiritual abuse that I have ever seen.
A former Lubbock youth pastor is going to spend decades in prison for that abuse. His victims say he stole their trust in adults and in God. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Shaylee Kidwell. That former preacher admits he sexually assaulted at least 2 girls when they were teenagers nearly 8 years ago. 43-year-old Luke Cunningham pleaded guilty today to 2 counts of sexual assault of a minor. That was enhanced to a first-degree felony. You may remember our continuing coverage on Cunningham's arrest and indictment in Lubbock County. He accepted a deal with prosecutors to dismiss the other 14 counts against him. The 2 charges he pleaded guilty to stem from assaults on 2 girls in September and October of 2018. Cunningham worked at Turning Point Community Church here in Lubbock from 2016 to 2020. He also worked at churches in Fort Worth and Granbury. Prosecutors say he spent more than a decade grooming and molesting children in those communities.
The levels that this predator went to keep his abuse secret and to dangle the salvation of the victims as well as their family members and loved ones above them to gain their compliance and their silence is what makes this case particularly heinous.
Assistant District Attorney Cassie Graham says Cunningham also had a plan while he was in jail to have one of his victims murdered. She says he conspired with another inmate at the Lubbock County Detention Center to have her killed and staged it as a suicide.
Detailed plans as far as describing how to enter her house, where she worked, what her vehicles were that she drove.
Do me a favor. This is the type of stories I like to double tap the screen and get those likes up because now you can actually have that conversation with the youth and show them about these pastors and certain people like this. You can show them these videos is what I'm thinking. This way you say, this is why I'm on you all the time. This is why I always want you to text me and get in contact with me. This is why I ask for for your phone. It's nothing to do with you, but we can't even believe in the protectors anymore. There's so many stories that we got over here with police officers, sheriffs, pastors, teachers, so many different people, mayors. There's no limit to the people that we've been breaking in this last, 14 to 15 months with these real high caliber positions. There's not, you can't say one that I haven't already reported on at this point. Let's keep on moving forward.
What her bedroom doors looked like in her house, how to get into her room, all very detailed things that could be corroborated independently.
It is important to note prosecutors did not pursue charges against Cunningham in connection with that accusation. The plea deal includes a 40-year prison sentence. He has to serve at least half of that before he's eligible for parole. As the Leavitt County District Attorney's Office closes this case, the violations will continue to haunt those survivors. KCBD News Channel 11's Aubrey Harris joins us in studio with their own words of the crime. Aubrey?
Shaylee, for nearly a decade, the women Cunningham assaulted lived with their trauma. One telling the court they blamed themselves, they blamed God, and they haven't been able to live what's considered a normal life since then. In a victim impact statement to the court, she says she still doesn't feel entirely clean from what he did to her years ago. After Cunningham attacked her, she developed anxiety and fear and could constantly hear him echoing in her head. Another said he preyed on her trust in adults and the church, using that against her to assault her, rape her, and strangle her until she was unconscious. All of the statements surround this final one, which reads, quote, "As a pastor, you were supposed to point people to God, but instead you tried to play God yourself." Leavitt County prosecutors tell us the predatory nature of Cunningham's crimes and how he found the children he would attack make his actions especially heinous. But in spite of them, these women are coming out on the other side with a life of healing ahead of them.
This isn't something that just happens and then it's an event in their lives that goes away. This is something that will follow them for the rest of their lives. But I just want to say that they are the strongest and most courageous women who have come forward, who put a stop to years of abuse perpetrated by someone who is supposed to be leading them to Christ.
If you're living with sexual abuse, there are several programs built to help survivors. One of them is through RAIN. This is their website. On here, you can find help, learn ways to prevent sexual abuse, and ensure justice is served. Shaylee? Yeah.
I had to make sure that all that got out. I had to make sure every single part of that video got out because there was no area that we were supposed to be or able to click when it came down to that. Really wasn't, because that's just like, it's so much informative information. And also, yes, you can go to the website. It's www.rainn.com. Want to pray for victims as well as the ones that have not been reported here, but thankfully the ones that did report, because like they said, if it wasn't for them, years of more victims probably would have been affected by this piece of trash. And I hope that they continuously investigate. But another question that I have to ask is something that one of our viewers said. He got no time for trying to off the lady, for trying to, that's pretty strange. That must have been part of the deal. I want to pray for everyone affected, everybody that's still going through this and trying to rebuild their lives from this tragic event. I want to say amen. Just keep on moving forward, you guys. Crazy. Now we got a Massachusetts trooper who urges his colleagues to take the evidence of a crash to the Grisnave. Don't tell on me, you guys. We're supposed to have that wall. What's that wall of blue silence where we don't tell on each other? This sergeant knew that he was wrong after what he did, but still tried to get people to back him on it.
News and a story 25 Investigates has been covering since February. This is the suspected cover-up of a deadly crash involving State Police Detective Scott Quigley. One investigation just wrapped up. Investigative reporter Ted Daniel joins us live in the studio with the findings, Ted.
Yeah, I'm still going through them, Mark. There are multiple investigations into State Police Sergeant Scott Quigley's alleged drunk driving crash. This is the one a retired judge conducted for Middlesex District Attorney Marion Ryan. 34 current and former employees of the Middlesex DA's office were interviewed. According to the report, only the longtime director of operations for the office admitted to hearing
that Quigley had been drinking with another trooper before the crash and was found to be legally drunk afterwards. The report says MSP Sergeant Anthony DeLucia shared that with the Director of Ops in 2024, and DeLucia told him not to tell anyone. According to the report, Sergeant DeLucia attempted to cover his tracks again last month, telling the ops director to, quote, take that to the grave. The report states that nobody else in the office was aware of the suspected cover-up, and the report points a finger at the state police. It says the DA's office is supposed to be notified of serious and fatal crashes, and that did not happen in...
Yeah, they didn't want to tell on their own sergeant. He told them not to. Take that to the what?
This case. As of last check, Sergeant DeLucia is still working as a homicide investigator for the state police. The investigator for the DA's office concluded there is no evidence that anyone else at that office was aware of the alcohol-related details until the official MSP notification that occurred in late January 2026. State police, they've launched their own internal affairs investigation. That's still ongoing. As we reported last week, Quigley has been indicted for felony motor vehicle homicide.
It said Ted Kennedy did the same thing and then ran for president. Why not? They ain't already covered up for this. No, they ain't gonna do nothing to him.
25 investigates. I'm Ted Daniel.
Oh boy, you guys, that's enough breaking news. That's enough for that crap. It's time. I think we done made it and we deserve it. It's time for some what? Yes, health and wellness. This time, you guys, I got a question for you, and I'm a victim of it too, because sometimes you don't want to have to clean up the pans. Like when I used to make barbecue chicken, I'm already licking my lips. You see that? Barbecue chicken. Woo! How I used to make that barbecue chicken. You get the pan, you clean the pan out, you clean the chicken, and then you put the aluminum foil inside so that the barbecue and the chicken and stuff like that don't get stuck to the walls of the pan. That's right, you line it, right? And then you get your chicken and you go ahead and let it cook. You let it cook fully. You don't go ahead and you don't put the barbecue sauce on yet. This is my trick, trust me. And before that, you actually want to turn that stove on and let them flames go up in the air, and you want to take that chicken wing and you want to put it on those flames until you hear it go like this. Till you hear those flames burn up off of there, right? Then you rinse that off of there, right? Yeah, then you put that in the pan. Seasons or whatever like that after. Put your seasons on, right? And then you go ahead and let that bake, let the seasons marinate, get all up in there. Clean it after you take the hair off. Then you put the seasons on. Then you put it in the oven, right? Now you got your regular chicken being cooked. After that, when you get it to where it's almost done at, or all the way done, then you put the barbecue sauce on there. Barbecue sauce is a topping, not necessarily meant to be cooked at the same time while you're cooking the chicken. You want to make sure the chicken is cooked. Then you put the barbecue sauce on it. Then you put it back in the oven, and then you wait for the percolate, all the barbecue sauce and everything like that, and then you take it out, and you're ready to have barbecue chicken wings. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. Got to get those hairs off with that fire, especially if you're from the South. There you go. That's how you do that. Not only that, then you know what you do? You have to pull those wings up off of that aluminum foil a little bit, get that barbecue sauce off of there, throw that aluminum foil away. My question is this. How many people here know how to cook just like that? How many people did that before? How many people make their wings like that? If you do, thumbs up. That's the way you make them. I don't want to listen to nobody else. That's the way you make wings. You cook them before you put the barbecue sauce on there. How dare you be putting some raw wings in there and talking about you cooking some wings with barbecue sauce. Fool, you got to cook them wings first. Seasoned by themselves after you burn them hairs off. Yeah, I know you're getting hungry because I cook them the right way. And boy, oh boy, the whole pot be gone. And my friends be like, yo, you got any more? Gone. Because I make them like my grandmother make them. I used to stand there and watch her all the time. I know how to make them just like her. See? See, look at that, South Carolina. There you go. That's where I'm from. That's where my people from. She said South Carolina. That's where my grandmother's from. Yeah, look at that. All them thumbs up right there. Try it that way. Trust me. But do me a favor. Get rid of the aluminum foil. Yeah, I didn't know. My grandfather, when I was little, I'm a 70s baby. I'm going to go there. My grandfather was a hard-working man. He lived at 75 East 56th Street in Flatbush. One of the only people in my family that actually had a house. He was like our Huxtables, and my grandmother was like Claire. She worked for Marbell. He worked for, what was that company? Salem. And they used to always, he delivered the fruits to the schools and all of the jails and stuff like that. And my grandmother worked for Marbell back in the day. My grandfather was a very hardworking man. Plant seeds and all that in front of his house. But at the same time, when he come home from work, his name was Buddy. They used to call him Buddy. Shotgun Buddy. Because somebody tried to mess with his girlfriend one day and he pulled up with the shotty. Long story short, Shotgun Buddy, every time he come home from work, he'd take out his lunchbox. He'll take out his aluminum foil and he'll rinse it off, right? And he'll make his wheat bread, home fried wheat bread, whatever sandwich he's gonna make, and he'll wrap it back up and use that aluminum foil again. It's like granddad, like, and I'm talking about this man he'll know how to save some money now, but they had a lot of dough because of that. His jars of money all around. My friend grandfather was not broke, but he wasn't anybody that got anything given to him with a silver spoon. He worked for everything he had. Ever since back in the day, all I knew was him folding that aluminum foil, reusing it again, that aluminum foil. Did not even know that the metals in that aluminum foil, they stay with you. They actually eliminate other good metals in your body, and aluminum foil over a certain amount of time is really not good, because anything over a long amount of time that is not good for your body is not good. That's right. His name was Shotgun Buddy. Shout out to Shotgun Buddy that made me the man that I am today, taught me how to do a whole bunch of stuff that I don't even remember he taught me. But yes, if it wasn't for a person like that, you guys would not be seeing the man that you're seeing today. So shout out to Shotgun Buddy, Maxie Young II. Love you to death, Grandpa. I wish you was here. Can't wait to see you again. And I'm not in a rush, but can't wait to see you. And not only that, but you're the reason why, and part of the reason why I do what I do. Why you put on that suit? Why you laughing all the time? Why you doing all of this? Because the people that came before me, they made me like this, and this is who I represent every single day. Got to tell you guys about this aluminum foil. Want to show you guys this. That story made me really think about my grandfather. I need you guys to understand that aluminum foil, it's not our friend. We got to get on to it, you guys. This is going to be part of our health and wellness section today, and we're going to break into it. What are we calling this one? This is called Cooking with Foil. Is it safe? We test lasagna, salmon, and others. This is the talking point. Full episode. CNA Insider is the name of the channel. CNA. C Nancy Alpha Insider. If you guys want to join and subscribe to the channel, because every time we do this, we all show sharing the love of the platform, and hopefully they get more subscribers as well. Not like they need us with their 2.56 million, but that must mean that they're doing something right. I want to get into this right now. We investigated aluminum foil. I want you guys to see just a little bit of what's going on here, and then you guys can check this out on your own.
Aluminum foil. It's a staple in our kitchens. We don't think twice about using it, but should we? Well, some of our viewers certainly think so. We received several emails on the issue. There are also many articles online that warn against using aluminum foil. How safe is aluminum foil to use for food? Well, I'm going to find out for you. To find out if aluminum foil is dangerous, let's break down what exactly is aluminum foil. Well, aluminum foil didn't always start as aluminum foil. This cheap, convenient, and flexible way to wrap food first started its life as tin foil. Tin foil was a way of preserving food because it could block moisture, light, and contamination. But people complained it added a tin taste to food. So in 1910, the tin was replaced by the cheaper and more flexible aluminum. At first, it was mainly used for food packaging. But in 1940, when an industrial foil salesperson ran out of pans during his Thanksgiving dinner, he decided to use the foil as makeshift cookware and was surprised by how perfectly his food turned out. And that's when we started using foil for cooking. Today, aluminum foil is made of an alloy that typically contains 92 to 99% aluminum. So, why should we be worried about aluminum in our food? This is Professor Eric Chan. His research specializes in how our body absorbs and processes foreign materials.
Lemon, tomato sauce, and let me ask you, what is this?
I hope it's coffee. Hope it's not. It makes me think of dumpling. Black vinegar.
Yes, you're right, it's vinegar. And what do they have in common?
Oh gosh. I wouldn't consume them on an empty stomach.
Okay, that is quite close to the answer. They are all known as acidic food.
There you go. Okay.
Yes. I'm sure you have come across online articles that warn against the use of aluminum foil with acidic food.
Aluminum foil with acidic food is what he's saying.
This is because aluminum foil may react with food containing acid. Let me show you.
So acidic food, spicy food that's prepared on high temperatures with aluminum foil, more metal levels.
Let me pour the concentrated acid into the beaker.
Oh, I can see the fumes.
Yes, this is water.
So the water acts as a control, right?
You are absolutely right. And now I'm going to place the aluminum foil first into the acid and next into the water. What we are observing now, acid can actually react with aluminum foil. So if you observe carefully now, you'll start to see small bubbles forming.
Yes.
The surface layer is disrupted, is eroded.
The surface layer is now being eroded from the aluminum foil, which makes it break up.
This gives rise to the possibility of aluminum leaching into the food when
it gives the possibility of more chances of the aluminum leaching into the food.
Comes into contact. If you look at the control experiment now, the foil is actually not reacting with the water.
Right. However, when I'm cooking, I'm adding heat to the food plus the foil. Does that make any difference?
Yes, indeed. Adding heat will actually promote the reactions. So in the case of cooking food with aluminum foil, when we add heat to the process, it can actually promote the reaction between that low level of acid with the surface aluminum oxide.
The acid
whatever's in the acid contents of the food will react to the aluminum foil, and then you're going to start getting leaching, where the aluminum is going to start getting into the food. Thank you so much, sweet adventures. Thank you so much for joining with the Gym Glove.
Concentration in our food is much lower than what Professor Chan is showing me in the lab, but the presence of high heat can increase the acidic reaction. Many of our foods contain acid, but some of the highest include commonly used ingredients such as citrus fruits, tomatoes and tomato sauce, vinegar and pickled dishes, as well as spicy foods, all of which can...
So like lasagna, anything you want to make like that, maybe salads, maybe salsas, maybe stuff like with spicy foods, like when you're wrapping up a burrito or something to rewarm it in a microwave.
React with foil. What happens when our body ingests aluminium?
Aluminium will first be absorbed through the intestine into the body, and then it subsequently gets distributed to various parts of our body, including the brain.
See, this is the part where I thought it was real serious for us to learn. When he started showing a diagram of the body and where the aluminum goes to, and then it starts to go in the brain, this can't be good. I thought that we need to know this stuff right here, so I'm going back just a little bit. This is when I really thought that this was like time for us to get into it.
What happens when our body ingests aluminium?
Aluminium will first be absorbed through the intestine into the body, and then it subsequently gets distributed to various parts of our body, including the brain, the lung, the liver, the kidney, and also the bone. And what happens is when somebody is overly exposed to aluminium, this can lead to bioaccumulation.
What is bioaccumulation?
Bioaccumulation is a process where the input of aluminum into our body actually is much faster than its excretion out of the kidney, and gradually the level in the body will increase over time.
So it builds up?
Yes. So aluminum is actually not an essential metal in our body, unlike calcium, iron or magnesium. So what happens is if aluminum gets into certain organs like in the brain.
I'm sorry, not the microwave, the toaster oven. Sorry about that. Not microwave, toaster oven.
It can create a conditions that mimic dementia. On the other hand,
if aluminum gets into the brain, it can create situations to promote dementia. So what we do over here is we try to think about levels. My concern is levels, carcinogens, anything that can promote cancer. So what I think about most of the time is trying to keep those levels of things down with the cereals, down over here as much as possible, because if we're not paying attention, now we're receiving these things from many different products, many different sources, and many different places, which can affect us faster. Yeah, let's keep on going.
Of the kidney, and gradually the level in the body will increase over time.
So it builds up?
Yes. So aluminum is actually not an essential metal in our body, unlike calcium, iron or magnesium.
It's not an essential metal in our bodies like calcium or magnesium, but it replaces them, and it's not a good thing to have that replacing them, because we need the iron and the magnesium. That's what he's trying to say. It's a bad metal.
So what happens is if aluminum gets into certain organs like in the brain, it can create a conditions that mimic dementia. On the other hand, if the aluminum gets into the bone, it can replace the calcium and cause a condition known as aluminum osteomalacia, which is actually a softening of the bone.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, so because it is a metal, it can actually replace certain essential metal in our body. For instance, if it takes over iron in red blood cells, then it can cause anemia.
I see. So basically, if you have higher levels of aluminum in your body, it can mess up the good work that the other types of metals are doing.
Yes, you're right.
That doesn't sound good to me.
Viewers should understand that the bioaccumulation of aluminum depends on how much is being consumed, which is the dose, how much is being absorbed, which is the bioavailability, and how much is being excreted out into the urine via the kidney, which is that.
Because the kidney's supposed to be able to do what? Process and flush this stuff and get it out. But if it can't, it's building up. So we need to overall pay attention to our aluminum intakes or activities or whatever has aluminum in it if we're dealing with it in certain ways.
The excretion. So the risk comes when the dose is higher than the ability of our kidney in removing the aluminum into the urine.
It sounds like there are really many variables at play here, and the only variable that I can control here is the dosage. So I need to find out how much aluminum is leaching into our food, if at all.
Okay, Diana, how about you go and do a test, bring back the result, and we have a discussion.
Just how much aluminum is leaching by cooking with acidic foods?
I'm taking Professor Chan's suggestion by conducting a test. And I've got a
Yes, forever plastics do have toxins in them. Plastics do have that. You're right.
professional chef to help me get started.
We are doing 5 dishes that is actually very commonly cooked at home, heavily using aluminum foil. Okay, and these 5 dishes involve things like baking, roasting, grilling, and also barbecuing.
Let's get cooking.
We've chosen 5 dishes, which include acidic ingredients. Lasagna with tomato sauce and cheese. Cheese is dairy and acidic.
This dish is foiled to death. It's baked in a foil container and I'm going to smother it in foil. Ooh. This is gonna be a good lasagna.
Baked salmon with Asian spices and citrus fruits. Cajun chicken with lots of spice and pickled onions, as well as squid with a spicy sambal sauce and calamansi. Corn, which is mildly acidic, baked in butter. For each of the dishes, we're also cooking a version without foil as a control.
I like the way they're doing this without a control, with no aluminum foil. So now they got something to play against the numbers.
Shall we put it in the oven? For testing.
I'm interested to see what the results are going to be.
The results will take a week. Is finding its way into the food we eat.
Has aluminum level of less than 1.5.
All right, you guys, we got to get into it. I can't stay forever, so we got to get into the numbers. I know you want to see the whole thing, but I got to skim it to make sure that we getting everything, to make sure that we keep flowing. So let's get into the numbers right here.
Of the numbers.
The results shows that except for sambal sotong here, the rest of the food type has aluminum level of less than 1.5 milligram per kg. It is a result that tells us that the level is very low.
Okay, so I suppose for users of foil like me, that's really good news. But I do have one curiosity. Why is it that only the squid or the sotong saw different levels?
Okay, so for the case of sambal sotong or squid, the level that's detected in the control where we did not use aluminum foil is about 5 milligram per kg. This is actually quite consistent with the level of aluminum detected in sotong or squid, as it is known to be naturally occurring in squid. On the other hand, when we subject the sambal sotong to cooking in aluminum foil, we actually detected a 2-fold increase in the aluminum level. This confirms that aluminum has leached from the foil into the food.
So he said that this dish right here has been confirmed that it leached from the foil into the food. It went from 4.83 milligrams per kilograms to 10.51. I guess you know what they're saying, you guys? It depends on like the sauce. You see there's a lot of sauce there, more acidity. So when you're doing the lasagnas and stuff like that, you guys might want to do it a different way. This is all new education for us. And not all of the products had high levels. The majority of them had like 1.5, but it just depends on which ones that have different sauces and different things in them, like lemon sauce, things that can actually help the leaching of the aluminum after it gets hot.
So then my question is, the amount of aluminum that was detected in our experiment, is that harmful to me? How bad is that?
So the Food and Agricultural Organization and the World Health Organization, they have stipulated the provisional intolerable weekly intake of PTWI of aluminum to be 2 milligram per kg body weight per week. It's like a pinch of salt or less than that. Based on this understanding and assuming that now if somebody consumes aluminum, it is not 100% absorbed. Approximately 0.1 to 1% of aluminum is absorbed in the intestine. So assuming the scenario where aluminum is leached from the foil into our sotong, and assuming an average sotong that weighs about 250 grams, the aluminum that's found in the sotong is really very tiny. Based on this, we calculated and estimated that for an average man of body weight 75 kg, to reach the stipulated provisional intolerable weekly intake of 2 milligram per kg body weight per week.
Okay, guys, if you're 150 pounds, I don't know about how many people weigh 150 pounds, but yeah, they're trying to say you're only supposed to take 2 milligrams per kilograms per week of aluminum foil. Try to keep your low usage of aluminum foil is what they're trying to say. 1% is absorbed at 150 milligrams, 15,000 milligrams.
You will
Okay.
need to eat about 6,000 sotong per week in order to reach that intolerable threshold.
Okay.
Just how much is 6,000 squids? On this table is 10 servings of squid. will need to eat more than 600 tables worth of squid in a week to hit dangerous absorption levels of aluminum. So can I conclude that it is generally safe for me to cook food in foil?
It is safe for the general population, but the elderly and those with kidney disease, they may be more susceptible.
Okay, why is that so?
The kidney actually functions to remove the aluminum from our body into the urine. So when the kidney is unhealthy, this excretion process is compromised, and this may lead to accumulation of aluminum in the body.
Okay, you guys, so yes, if you already have a situation, you already got kidneys or whatever, any sorts of blood dysfunctions or something like that, you might want to be careful. For everybody else, go ahead and do your thing. But for me, just those levels right there is enough for me to try to say that I'm going to stay away from it. Because why? I'm paying attention to all levels of everything that I put into my body. Not only that, but when they say things like certain metals can be replaced by this aluminum, like the metals that we actually need, like the magnesiums and things, I think I'm going to just stop using it as much as I used to use it. This video right here, cooking with foil. Is it safe? We tested lasagna, salmon, and others. Talking points, CNA Insider. This is what we need more of in our community. This is the type of stuff that I like to bring to you guys, to have conversations, to eat better, live longer, and take better care of ourselves. If you guys got a video that you'd like to send in, please do so, because we love to share information. We do it all the time. It's not the only time, not the first time that I got a video from somebody, and it won't be the last. Again, you guys, video was probably going to be about, I would say, about 10, 15, 20 minutes longer. If you want to watch the entire video on your own, we can't do that over here. We just got as much information as possible. So again, it's cooking with foil. Is it safe? We tested lasagna, salmon, and others. Talking points. There's much more tests going on in this video. You guys might want to check it out. They stay in the lab for a while, and they do a lot more with the aluminum foil. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because it's still our bottom line. We got to take back our show. I know you guys probably appreciated that point, but that was a segment that we call Health and Wellness. Hope you appreciated the information. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. Now, we got to get on over to one of my favorite parts of the show, when we show you guys some rescues going on. And y'all can't tell me that that's not one of the most cutest things that y'all ever seen in your life. Do you see this right here? Do this little pitty right here look like he at home? Does he look like he's happy? I'm sorry, she. I'm talking about when love comes and saves an animal. I'm telling you, the best dogs and the best animals that you could ever have are rescues. Because boy, oh boy, do they love you, and do they really appreciate the fact that you rescued them. So we're going to get into this video right here. I want you guys to see. I just wanted you guys to see those adoring eyes and that face right there first. We got to get on over here to sometimes snuggly pitties are the best medicine. And I think so too. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I'm going to get me a dog soon. Real soon. Very soon. Because I just love them to death. You guys know I do.
Hey, what you doing up there? Oh, I can't with this dog. I don't think I've gotten any alone time in the past year. And honestly, I prefer it that way. He follows us around everywhere. He always knows how to put a smile on my face, which is so valuable to me. I think he knows that I need this now more than ever. My son rescued Prince, and he's a constant reminder and representation of our son's love.
About a year ago, my son was killed in a tragic accident. Prince has been, oh my gosh, literally my emotional support animal. There's a lot of times that I'll just hold him and cry, and he just takes it. Sometimes his little eyes will just look at me, he'll lick my face, lick my tears. I don't know, I kind of feel like maybe he knows, so he's very loving. When my son passed away, we had several people that gifted us blankets with his pictures on them. We'll hold on to them, he doesn't want to share them. I don't know if he can see it or what it is, but he'll wrap himself in them. When my son was around, he gave me the name of Granny. Everyone knows that these are like my grandbabies. One of the things that I have been trying to advocate is what happens to animals after their loved ones die. They're so used to this one person.
And my son he knows that we're doing what he would have done. I feel like it's taking in his kids, so it's never a question about it.
At first he was very shy and nervous when we introduced him to our other dogs. Prince started coming out of his shell, and I think he started to realize, oh, that can be silly.
We've gotten a lot closer.
He's like a child. He spills everything.
What are you doing?
It could be a ball or a sock. He doesn't want to miss out on anything.
Okay, thank you. He still is very clingy. There are times when I'm like, get off of the Oh, thank you.
That's the bully part.
But I do appreciate it. He's been a blessing to have during this time.
Oh my goodness, what are you doing?
Yeah, y'all say all that, but you love it. Stop it. You know you say all that, but you love it. They break something, you running all around the house all crazy, but you love it. Oh, y'all think I'm not on point? You're going to have the nerve to ask me about the #1 dog that we love so much over here, like I don't got the video. I be just holding it in a kitty because you guys might think that I show them too much. Somebody had the nerve to ask me about Nova. Like I ain't got the new update. Yes, I do. You guys want to see your boy walking? Yeah, long distance again with no wheelchair. Come on over here, y'all. Shout out to Lynn and Nova. I know we going over right now, but we do this sometimes because we love you guys so much. Shout out to Lynn and Nova. This is it, you guys. Let's get it. Come on, Nova. Let's show them what you got going on. Had the nerve to ask me what's going on with Nova. Y'all heard that. Nova, come. Yeah, what's up with Nova? It's only the left back leg now. The left back leg. The other one on the right is holding him upright. And the doctors already said his tail is wagging perfectly and everything. Oh, y'all got some time. We could really act up. Y'all want to see him get inside the cage by himself? Oh, we got a lot now. I ain't going to do that to you because I know y'all got work to do. Y'all got places to get to. I can do that tomorrow because we do this every single day here on Our Bottom Line. I'd like to thank you guys for bearing with the audio. We're going to get all that straight. We do this every single day. This is going to be your final chance to hit that notification bell down there so that you know we're on. Also, do your boy a favor. Subscribe to the channel if you appreciate the content that you got today. Also, give me all the money in your pockets. I was scared to do that because I got a little loud audio today, but I think we got better once I got rid of that other mic. But you guys, y'all know how we do it over here. Tomorrow's another day. As long as the Lord gives us another one to get up and do what we got to do, we're going to be happy. Sometimes you get bumps and bruises and go through stuff. That is the test and the test of a real true soldier. Sometimes you got to go through it and you prove yourself. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen and get those likes up because I would appreciate it. And also, got a business you're trying to promote, like my homegirl Lisa with the 55 coffee group. I need you guys to go ahead and send those promos in because we're going to put them up in the post notification here on YouTube. We've got already 70,000 subscribers and we're trying to get up to 80,000 subscribers, and that will put us in front of many more people so that you guys can get your promos out there and get them going. So yes, send your promos over to me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com, like the Brooklyn Bridge, BRIDGE, this THISLLC@gmail.com. They have to be in a 1080 by 1080 size frame in order to fit in the post notification area. That's the only catch, you guys. That's right. Again, last chance to double tap that screen, become a subscriber, and be a part of the show. Go ahead and hit that like button as well because we got that Show Your Talent search that's coming up. They're doing that in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. That's right, you guys. Boom! And you know what? 5 people are going to win $250, and then one person from online It's going to be able to be a part of the talent show as well. Where we're going to be doing them at, we opened up new locations, liquor stores. We're going to be doing hookah bars as well as 420 shops and pool halls and many more things. We're going to have like a party situation going on with the Show Your Talent search. Also, my DJ, you guys have seen her before, Donna from Black Ink Crew. That's my DJ Don Dada. We pull up every time. Only catch is you got to be 21 and older. Why? Because it's an alcohol that's promoting the event. And which brand is that? Boom! Big Drip Hard Punch. That's right, you guys. Big Drip Hard Punch. You want to be a part of the talent show? All you got to do is go over to their website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. and be a part of the talent show by putting your email address in the email slot. Going to keep you posted on locations and where we're going to be at. And of course, like I said, you guys gave me the idea. Just because you can't be there in the physical, you can definitely show up on the show, press the button, and if you win, boom, $250 Cash App, courtesy of Big Drip Hard Punch. Like I said, I'm going to be the host, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. And the last 5 people plus that one person that go together at that last grand finale when they do the battle, one group or person is going to walk away with $1,000, you guys. That's right. The Show Your Talent search, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch, your host, Boogotti NYC, and my DJ. That's my DJ. That's my DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew. That's how we turn up around here, you guys. And last but not least, we got to get those prayers in the air for every single person that came here, that stayed this far, this long for the show. Appreciate you guys. Want to make sure I say thank you. Want to make sure that we're praying for love, for happiness. We want to pray for good spirits. Want to pray for you guys that you have a fantastic and safe day. Want to pray for your family members as well as your animals. Let's get into it for Miss Swanza, 55 Coffee House Lisa. Thank you so much. Also, who we got up in the building? Tanya Zimmerman, Faye. There you go, Miss Swanza. And also, can't forget about Audrey Durham. We want to show some love for you. Sam Champion. Who's that? Miss Swanza. Liberty and Justice. We made it through today. We made it. We had a rough one, but I told you, that's the test of a true champion. Sometimes you got to get through the rough times as well. Audrey, thank you so much. I see Product Big up in here. That's right, the Ninja. Who else we got up in here? Luigi, LX Red Bull, Jeffrey McKay. I see another person, Jay Cricket. Thank you for showing up on this Friday. I hope you appreciated the show. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm back tomorrow. What you talking about weekend? We back tomorrow. Who else we talking about up in here? Mary Tanner, Miss Keisha. We got Big L. We've also got Audrey. I see, who's that? Fear No Man. He bleed like me. Good. God only. There you go. God only me. Oh, who else is that? BS? Luigi, how you doing, Luigi? So glad that you made it in today. Who else we got up in here? Angels, Mary Tanner, Miss Swanza, Jordan Dowdy, Diggity Dotty. Who's that? Diggity Dog. Okay, Diggity Dog. We've got a lot of people in here today. Want to thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for showing love. Thank you for being a part of the show. Dot Focus, how you doing? I see you over there. Yvonne, 7657, Miss Keisha. Who else we got? Miss Jordan want to be a part of the prayers. Can't forget to pray for David Brown. Got to pray for Dot Focus and D Vito. Audrey, got to show you some love. Sky, how you doing there, Sky? Glad you was able to pop in. Who else is that? Lamar, Miss Swanza, Brittany, Liberty. Also, we can't forget about Terry. Can't forget about Casey. Can't forget about Jeffrey Spilker, Mark Dorfman. Can't forget about all of our other friends, people like Sam Champion, Coin Collective. All of you guys, thank you so much for showing love. Dirty Dog, Sky, Brett Faye. Amen. That's right, you guys. Don't be worried. Don't fret. I'll be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Different suit, new trending topics, and current events, and much more. Sometimes you got to bang it through and battle through to get through things, you guys. And that shows the true testament of a champion. No matter what you do, always put it all on the field. Leave it all out there. And then they can't say that you didn't give it your all. You give it your best. It's your boy, Boogotti NYC. And like I always told you, y'all could have went anywhere. The fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me this Friday, I appreciate you. So until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, Saturday, y'all know how we do it. That's how I used to be on Saturday morning. Love the cartoons. I used to love the karate flicks, that big bowl of cereal, and my cartoons. I'm going to try to make it just as entertaining for you tomorrow morning. So I'll see you guys that time. 6 o'clock. right here with your boy Boogotti NYC on Our Bottom Line. And like I told you, y'all could have went anywhere. The fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Get him! Peace.